everybody! Welcome to Ranking the MCU. I'm Bronson. That's Aaron. That's
Yo.
Derek. Thomas's computer is fucked. He's not here. Uh,
Thomas can't catch a break.
he cannot. So we're here, ranking the MCU. What that means is each and every single week we review 2 MCU movies and then rate them and rank them on this lovely list you see down here. So, on that list from worst to first, as of 11 weeks doing this now or something like that,
Something like that.
it's Hulk, Thor 2, Thor 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 1, Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Iron Man 3, Ant-Man, Captain America the First Avenger, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Marvel's The Avengers. This week we are doing Captain America Civil War, the third Captain America movie, and we are doing Doctor Strange, yet another wonderful origin story. So, gentlemen, we're going to open up with, of course, the Captain. We're going to open up with the Captain. The Captain. Okay.
Oh, dude, I thought we were supposed to watch Thor 2 and Hulk this week. I fucked up.
I'm sorry you did that to yourself then.
Put yourself in a time loop and you're only watching Hulk and Thor 2.
It's also some bad movies. I'm sorry.
Literally unwatchable movie. Yes.
At times, yeah.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Presses play.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Whoop. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Whoop. Yeah, no.
You see, he can't have sex over a heart rate of 200.
Oh my, dude, that.
I can't.
Who wrote that?
Who decided? Not only who wrote it, who sat there? Who was his editor that like sat there and said, "Yeah, this can go in the movie." Like that's another question that I'm just like, because that shit had to go through an editor.
Mm-hmm.
That shit.
Oh yeah, no, that went through. That apparently we went and looked at the wiki. And apparently it went through years of writing, trying to get approval. And that made it in. I just...
Like, is that not just the most insane part of that, right?
What a insane... Like, you know, we were able to... We almost had Nicolas Cage as Superman, and that would have been a very interesting... Tim Burton, Nicolas Cage, Superman.
Hilarious.
And that did not make it through, but this did.
I would absolutely love that for reasons that I can't even comprehend myself.
Well, like
I would accept it now.
The Tim Burton Superman, when you hear that talk, though, like the Kevin Smith story for that shit, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
It sounds great.
Sounds
like everything's working perfectly.
Dude, I would love to just go to Hollywood for like a week and sit in on pitch meetings.
Yeah.
Like, and like not interact, not say anything, not do anything. I'm there just to listen to batshit insane shit that comes out of these like creative people's mouths.
And then you see the result like 3 years later. It's like, oh.
You're like, huh?
So I'm not gonna name drop or anything, but I am actually good friends with someone who is a studio coordinator for the special effects company that does pretty much all of the Marvel movies, the Star Wars movies, various other projects. And he is always filling me in on just, like, gossip and, you know, this star's an asshole, that star's crazy, like, this was a shit show, Hollywood, whatever, and you just would not believe some of the tea that he shares with me.
Like, that Superman movie that we just discussed turned into Wild Wild West.
Ugh.
For those of you who remember that Will Smith movie, by the way. So
for those of you.
I remember liking it when I was a kid, but I mean, I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
I mean, yes. That is...
Wasn't it like 4 hours long, 3 hours long?
No,
Like,
it was a normal length movie. It was just... Like, it was fine. It was fine. That's the way I'll describe it. It was fine.
Maybe
You
I
want
didn't
to see
like
Will
it as much as I
Smith be
thought.
Will Smith in the Wild West?
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda, yeah.
Like, yeah, kinda. Yeah, I do, actually. Like, go on,
That's what
sir.
it was. That was the movie.
Hey, he fights a giant robot spider
The giant robot spider is like the best part of that movie.
in the Wild West for some reason.
Yep. What steampunk?
Fuck.
That is kind of steampunk. You
Oh
know?
lordy. Okay,
It was,
so
it was a
Make a
little
point
around
there.
that time, you know. Anyway, we're here to talk about better movies.
Emily in the chat saying, "Ouch, that would suck." Hi, Mud Mommy. How you
Hope you're doing
doing?
well.
Should I
Oh
get
my
wings,
god.
guys?
I thought you were getting McDonald's.
I was, but then like I found out for some reason they're not like selling the drink I want.
Dude, they're not selling
Okay.
Coke, which is really weird.
Yeah.
What?
But dude, his McDonald's has ices. Like, I don't feel like our McDonald's here in Washington State have ices, dude.
That's
I don't-
weird.
That's a
Okay.
thing here. Like you can get like a cherry, a Coke, or a blue raspberry icy.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get those ices at the AMC Theater in Linwood.
Yeah,
we
sure.
can also
I mean,
get
sure, there are
those at the
theaters that are
theater.
weird. Yeah.
Totally unrelated, but semi-unrelated. I'm going to the movies next weekend.
Nice.
I'm seeing the new Conjuring movie opening night. I can't wait. I'm thrilled.
I can't tell you how excited I am. I'm going to be fully vaccinated this Saturday, and I can actually. I feel like looking up movie times, and it's been like a year since I've done
Oh,
that.
dude.
I'm trying to organize my vaccination for like next week if I can get it.
Cool.
First or second?
First,
First. Yeah.
Because you just got okayed for it.
Yeah, the mother. Yes.
Oh, right.
Because when you have like blood thinners and things
Yeah.
of that nature, you always want to be careful. Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at
the Pfizer or the Moderna. Do you know?
here we have Moderna.
I got the Moderna as well.
Okay.
I'm looking through like the movie list that they're showing right now though, and I'm like, I don't want to see any of this.
I do kind of want to see the Spiral movie only because the audience score for it is high. The critic score is low, which is not unexpected, but it has a high audience score, so it's like maybe it's cool.
I got to catch up. I haven't watched 7 or 8.
Oh, okay. They were both pretty entertaining from what I remember.
Sure. I
Yeah,
imagine they're
yeah.
fine
Like
enough.
I'm looking at this movie list, and I'm like the future movie list. Like that Ghostbusters movie looks pretty sweet with Paul
Quiet
Rudd.
Place 2 comes out this Friday,
Sure.
and it's got a 93 on Rotten Tomatoes, and Cillian Murphy's in it, which I was like, sweet. 'Cause I like
It takes a lot to get me to go to a fucking movie theater, though.
Yeah, no, Bronson especially, like, this is not... Like, I look for any excuse to go to the movie theater.
Dude, same here.
Yeah. See, I fucking hate. It's not the theater itself I hate.
No, it's the people in the theater.
It's the people in the theater.
Yeah.
It's the like I am surrounded by rude, horrible people
Yeah.
that are loud and obnoxious.
Dude, you're preaching to the choir. When I went and saw Hereditary, I thought I was going to have to fight half the theater because they would not shut the fuck up, stop laughing, and everything. I mean, I felt just...
Like, I go for, like, here are the movies that I go to theaters for. I go for shit that just, I want the biggest screen and the loudest speakers possible.
Yep.
Sure.
Which is like Godzilla versus King Kong as an example of that. Or event movies, which at this point are Marvel and Star Wars.
Yes.
So that's it. Any other movie I want to watch in the peace of my own home. Because one, a Coke at my house is like 30 cents. A Coke at the movie theater is $6.
It's more like
That's why
$8
you get
up
all. That's
here.
why you get all your food at like some restaurant nearby,
And
you hang out,
and you sneak it in. Yeah.
and then you sneak what you can in.
But the thing is they started doing bag checks here.
Yes,
Yeah, no, it
dude.
has to be small.
I tried to sneak Chick-fil-A into the Linwood Regal in my little camera bag, and she checked my bag, and I was like she was insisting on looking at my bag. And I was like, "There's food in here, okay?" And she was like, "Oh, well, we're not looking for that, but in the future you can't bring it in." I don't know. I was just so annoyed. I was
No,
like,
no,
I'm bringing my
like,
Chick-fil-A
Camera
we-
in.
bag. They're worried about filming.
No, we tried bringing in like back when I was dating my ex, we tried sneaking in like a couple of like bottles of soda and water, and they fucking went through her purse right quick.
Wow.
Oh, man.
You know,
See, I've never
That
noticed
fuck-
like a woman's bag being checked.
And
like,
then
just a man's.
and then and then like fucking give them it, and I begrudgingly go to the fucking counter and pay my fucking $4.50 for her bottle of water and my $5 Coke.
Jesus.
God damn it.
Dude, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, the easiest and best thing to sneak into a film, I swear, a burrito from a taco truck, because it's wrapped up in foil, it's gonna stay warm, and if you're wearing a sweatshirt, you can either just put it in
put
the
in your
kangaroo
coat.
pouch,
Yep.
or if it's got like a baggy hood, dude,
Yep.
I've snuck so many drinks in like the hood of my sweatshirt, like if it's a big hood, because you
Yeah.
don't even notice it.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I've done M&Ms millions of times. That's an easy
Oh God,
one.
M&Ms
Oh,
are easy.
nice.
Yeah.
Like, I
Oh,
get the
dude.
big bag of M&Ms too, and it's just like, pfft, okay.
Nice.
And then you pour that motherfucker in the popcorn, you're good, son.
Good Lord.
Oh
right.
man, dude, no,
I'm looking at-
I gotta get popcorn next week. I think it's been too long, man.
Oh, dude, that's the one thing I am more than happy to pay for at a movie theater. Movie theater popcorn is the bomb diggity. That's the
It's
one.
so
I will, like, one time, dude, I've literally done this. Friends and I are going to watch a movie at my place. We will go to the movie theater, buy one of those giant buckets of popcorn, and then come to my house and watch the movie.
Oh no, that's dope
Damn.
too. I'm I'm just fantasizing about pouring like the gummy bears and like the Reese's Pieces and whatever the fuck in the popcorn.
Oh, Reese's
and
Pieces and
smothering the
popcorn
butter
sounds
on,
fucking
getting an
legit.
icy. Like, I'm ready, dude.
Apparently, Spiral's only an hour and a half long.
Yeah, what? Horror movies are usually like a quick watch, which is appealing to me because I like going to the movie theater. But after a while, I get a little anxious and I'm ready to go back home, or at least back in my car. But
Oh, interesting.
unless
think
it's an event movie. But...
Right. I think. I don't know.
Like
a
an
lot of these
event-
movies are not getting me excited.
Like an event movie, it is made better by the audience.
Oh,
Well,
totally.
so that's the thing is that like the one movie I'm looking at here, Godzilla versus Kong, like the time to see that was at its premiere,
Yeah.
and since that's passed, I'm like,
Yeah, I did watch that on HBO Max.
Yep, same.
Mhm.
And like I was watching, I was like, yeah, this would have been better in the theater, but I was also like, I got subtitles, I can pause this. I've got a mini fridge. full
Yeah,
of my
yeah,
I mean,
like-
the convenience of home
I've got
watching beats
air
theater every
conditioning.
time.
So
It kind of kicks its ass. Like
It does. Like to me, it's just getting out of the house and like being with a big giant screen and speakers. I enjoy that a lot, and
oh, dude, totally.
and I'm willing to forego some of the convenience of home watching to get that feeling. to
Okay, but
hang
what
out
if I
for a
told
few
you about
hours.
not leaving the house?
Eh,
That'd be pretty great.
I do that. I've been doing that for a year. First of all,
Yeah, even I look, man. I'm like a super hermit, and even I'm like at the point where I'm like, okay, I could.
yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm good.
when Movie Pass launched and was in its
Oh.
prime, dude, I was
Yes.
at the theater 5 times a week. I was watching stuff I never would have went to see.
Yep.
And it was awesome.
It's a
man.
shame they never figured out a way to.
start paying rent there. Like I was there so much. But,
Yeah.
It's a shame they never figured out a way to make that service work financially.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I really appreciated that. Emily in the comments says, depending on what happens during my trip to Denver, I think my next movie to see in a theater will definitely be Black Widow.
Same.
that'd be
I
a good one.
looked at that movie list and I'm just like, yeah, it's probably gonna be Black Widow.
I'm excited for Black Widow.
Yeah.
I don't. That might not be soon enough to be like an event movie, but what I'm really hoping is like an event movie with audience participation or like at least like the fun vibe of the audience. I'm imagining seeing the Spider-Verse movie this November and Tobey Maguire comes on screen and I'm gonna lose my
That's
mind.
gonna be a moment where a lot of people lose their shit.
Like no,
Yep.
and I keep thinking about that and I need that to be a reality.
That is gonna be a movie. That is gonna be a moment where a lot of people fucking lose their fucking mind.
I'm not going to get my hopes too high on that, but I sure can hope.
I mean, Doc Ock, the guy who
It's
plays Doc
confirmed.
Ock,
Alfred
Andrew
Molina is confirmed.
he confirmed it, and then he was like, "I don't know if I was supposed to or not, but I don't care." Like he said something like just like that, and I was like, "Damn, Alfred, right on." But
I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do? It's Alfred Molina. Like we're gonna fire Alfred Molina. Like what? Fuck, get the fuck out of here.
and then like Tommy Holland said it wasn't true, but a lot of those Marvel stars are notorious for saying like distracting or being like, "Oh, no, that's not actually happening" or whatever. But
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
like,
they have
it
to.
happen. So
All right, so I ended up picking a meal finally.
Okay.
All right, so the choice.
Drum roll, please.
Dairy Queen.
dude, I recently tried the Rocky Road something Blizzard, like the Royal Rocky Road Blizzard from there on a whim, and it was just truly delicious, man. It had like peanuts, like fudge chunks and
Uh,
marshmallows.
I'm going with a Thin Mint Blizzard and like their burger combo.
You, they have a Thin Mint Blizzard?
They do here at least.
Jesus Christ! You get Thin Mint Blizzards at Dairy Queen and Icy's at McDonald's.
What a wonderful world we live in.
And you live in a state. You live in a state where you can go to In-N-Out Burger.
Yep.
Dude, I'll say this: Nevada really is underrated for food. It really is. Like trash food and good food. Like we legit have like amazing sushi, amazing Mexican food, like some quality ass steakhouses and burgers. And it's because of all the tourism, because of the fucking casinos, of course.
Right.
Sure.
But
Sure.
anyway, we should probably get talking about these movies.
I guess.
I
I
I
don't
thought
know.
we were talking about.
There was mention of
movies.
theaters, and my mind went racing. It's like, oh man, I've been enjoying watching movies at home, but man,
Yeah, like I said, even I'm excited to go see Black Widow in the theater. Like,
Yeah.
even I'm like really jazzed about that.
Aaron, maybe we should coordinate a thing where we could go see Black Widow because you only live like 30 minutes away.
you, me, and Emily, we should organize something to go see Black Widow.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Anyway,
Let's all be there in spirit. We'll buy a fourth ticket and we'll just set like the iPad on the chair and he can watch on the FaceTime.
I
there
think
you go.
I think the theater people will be very unhappy with that, but okay. Emily says I'm down, so good.
All right, yeah. Black Widow launch day. Give me hype.
July-ish. I
Cool.
think.
What's the day? The 9th on that? So that's
Yeah,
July
I think that's
9th.
right.
So yeah, that's a Friday. I'll fucking go right after work.
Hell yeah! All right.
Go right after
Cool.
work. Get out at 5:30. Get the movie theater at 7. Fucking be ready to fight someone in traffic.
Ooh, that's on the Fridays I'm off too. That's good.
That's
Great.
just fucking. Every time I'm at a movie theater, it's just fight or flight. And
The unfortunate thing about event movies is that is also like you have a good shot of getting the people that are assholes.
Oh
So
yeah,
those
dude.
two.
When I was at Infinity War, there were fucking little kids. Ooh,
Yep.
fucking
Yep.
just loud little fucking kids, and I just wanted to like scream at their parents, "Fucking keep your fucking kids quiet, or don't come to the fucking movies."
Yeah, I just feel like if you couldn't, I feel like if you couldn't get a sitter, you don't get to go out and ruin everyone else's time.
But they do.
No, they do.
They should make drive-in theaters more of a thing again.
Or
Dude,
no,
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 I've
no, no,
been
no, 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 no,
aching to
no.
go to
I
drive-in.
figured this out. They should just have a fucking like set of theaters, like not movie theaters as a whole, but like viewing areas for
No,
kids and
yeah.
parents.
We talked about this, kind of like how churches have those like little quiet areas.
Yeah.
Just
They're-
like,
Just
like.
a box.
Okay. And also, So I was listening to a dose of Buckley, and this is something he thought of. That was an amazing idea for movies. Okay, so like, like you go to the movie theater, and there's like 3 tiers of member. There's like top tier where you're polite, you're quiet, you fucking go to the movie, you sit where you're supposed to be, etc., etc. And then like if you get called for being loud or for being an asshole, you go to a step down where like the chairs aren't as comfy. They're like older movie theater chairs. Like it's not the movie's like not as good, or like the movie's like the screen isn't as big. Like you don't have access to as many of the snacks and shit or the alcohol, so on and so forth. And then if you're like still a shit goblin at that point, it's like metal chairs with like a shitty projector and all this other stuff. Like
I think there's a point where you just like by doing that you might provoke the worst of them, and they take it as a challenge. That would be my worry.
but then they're on their own little fucking cage. And there you
I
go.
mean, if they're away, if I don't have to hear them, then great.
Yeah, great.
Are we about to open a theater with these stipulations? Because I think we are.
Yeah, we should.
I'm
I
applying
would
for the
prefer.
business loan right now.
I want my idea has always been to just have like private rooms for everyone, like get like real good screens and speakers, but everyone has like a private room and like you said on a couch.
Like Japanese
Oh, yeah,
karaoke.
that's cool.
Yeah, kind of like Japanese. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
And then everyone has, and then you just have like 30 or 40 of those rooms.
Or like a fucking like viewing box at a sporting event. Like that.
Sure.
That's what you're thinking of?
Yes, that would be good. Yes.
Okay. I can see it.
You know, there is a theater I believe there's one in Edmond, so there's probably been a couple Seattle. I think it's like a Cinebark or something, but it's 21 and over, and they serve alcohol.
I've been meaning to go to that.
So
I haven't done it yet.
that
But
might
yeah.
be a decent candidate.
Yes. We'll talk about this later. We will narrow
absolutely.
down our choices.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so Civil War is the first one on the list.
Yes, it is.
So
I watched them in order this week.
Good.
Good on you.
So, as always, I'm going to ask, hey, take the temperature. Aaron, do you like this more? Do you like this less? Or do you like it the same?
I liked it the same. That same is a lot.
Okay, what about you, Derek?
I liked it more, and that's from someone who usually really enjoyed this movie, but I liked it a lot more than I remembered liking it.
I liked it about the same, maybe a hair less. I still think it's a great film. It's probably one of the most thought-provoking of the MCU, which is nice.
Yes.
Parts of it are very contrived to make the fucking plot work.
Okay.
Like, at no point do they just ask, like, okay, well, what's going on? Like, why is, okay, if he isn't, this, then what the fuck actually happened? Which you think they would do because it's Captain America.
You would think.
Like that.
I noticed that too. I kind of chewed on that for a minute. I was like,
Yeah, like I was just like, they could just ask. Like that's just. Okay. Whatever.
Communication. It's a human problem.
Yeah, it is. Yes. They open up with it. So they open up with that big action scene with them staking out, crossbones. And that was a good scene. Like it was
had a fun time.
Yeah, like it's not one of the better ones of the MCU, but it's good. Like
this is the first scene of many. Like I think of all the movies up to this is one that showcases just Black Widow kicking ass in like crazy ways. I don't know why that like stuck out to me, but every time I'm like seeing like, Cap's throwing his shield around and Falcon's flying around and using gadgets, and then Black Widow has to be like kung fu expert and is just incredible. Like it seems like they get more complicated and intense and amazing each movie, and this was like the best yet.
Yeah.
You make a good point there, Aaron. Sometimes I wonder if she's actually throwing harder punches than Steve Rogers.
Just because she like knows how to.
Yeah, she's a little more ruthless, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because like
she has to be to be an Avenger with like superheroes.
And also her training was to murder the living fuck out of people.
Yes.
Like that is. Like, if you ever look up Black Widow's history sometimes, it is to just, once again, just murder. Just straight murder. Like
I will be looking up her history in the theaters this summer.
I wonder how much of that they will change. I'm curious.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
So, yeah, Cap fights Crossbones, which, it's what...
It's a fist fight.
It's fine. Like, it's fine. There's a couple of good moments, but it's just like... you knew Cap was gonna kick his ass.
Yeah, like I enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting anything.
Yeah, like it's a fine fight, and then like
it's the beginning fight,
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, hey, I knew about your friend Bucky," and da da da. I saw him before he put his brain in the blender, and then he tries to kill himself, but Wanda, and then the explosion. The funny thing about that actor is he fucking hates fucking Marvel now. Funnily enough.
Really?
Yeah, because, so he gets the role as Crossbones for Civil War, that's, like, a reoccurring Captain America villain.
Right.
So he thinks, like, oh, shit, like, I'm gonna fucking be in multiple movies and, be, like, part of the Captain America franchise. And then he's in 2 movies, and, like, he almost didn't come back for Endgame, but then his son convinced him, like, no, dude, this movie's gonna be, like, a cultural milestone, just... I know you got your pride and shit, but like come on.
Yeah. Well, also, Cap did drop a building on his face, allegedly. How many movies did he think this goddamn guy was going to be in?
Well, I mean, like, a lot of bad guys can hang around a while.
I mean, that's how it works in comics, but like movies, it's like it takes so much to get these movies made, and like they have such a well of villains to go through, and then by the time they go through, they explore all the interesting ones, like all the old, actors are moving on or they age out of the role, and it's time to bring a new, and then you have a new generation, and you have a new Crossbones.
But they brought back fucking what's his face for Falcon and Winter Soldier from the beginning of that same movie.
Yeah, but
Rumlow, aka Crossbones, dude. I mean, that guy doesn't do anything for me. Like at
no,
all.
no. The actor still has some right to be irritated. I feel
he absolutely has a right to be irritated, but I understand, like, just from trying to create an MCU and how that would work over time.
Right. I would hate Marvel if they decimated my character despite the role I worked on so hard while forgetting about the plot they're building me. John in the chat, sup, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
Wanda's sad that she just caused an entire floor of people to be murdered.
Yeah, that'll happen.
That part was kind of odd for me because like Captain America totally shit the bed on what he was doing, and then the bomb, and then everything, and I don't know, the drama or like the emotion kind of felt a little forced.
It was a little flat. Flat.
I mean, it was either people get killed up on. Unless they had like thrown it at a certain trajectory, it was either someone gets blown up there or people get blown up down there.
I mean, they could have done it further away from the building. Like, she went straight up. She could have just went.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A certain trajectory.
Like, I'm just like, it's like, bitch, you could have just went.
I imagine she thought the explosion wouldn't be that big.
Maybe.
She just absorbed it too, or whatever.
I was also like,
right. Also, didn't she do that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe she did, like absorb. Like
she's certainly, I imagine, capable of it.
Little Wolf streams to the moon, but it's to show an experienced child. She still
is. That's true.
That's true. So you have Tony.
I just think they kind of beat the drum about Sokovia in this movie a little too much.
Well, they have to. They have to get the point across. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that happens.
But yeah, so you have that, and then let's see. So you have Tony's little experiment. You'd see young Tony was last moment with his parents.
That's some good effects.
That's some good effects and context for events later in this movie.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he has his moment where, like, Pepper's gone, and, goes behind the stage. And that actress talking about her mother, her son, that actress, the mom talking about her son, was some of the most hammy fucking acting I have ever fucking seen in these movies.
I mean, if you're trying to make someone feel bad... which is what you're doing. You play that shit up.
You do, but like, it just didn't go off for me.
Like it, but like, yeah,
like it just didn't fucking play for me.
Steph says it was perfect for Iron Man.
Yes, because Iron Man is entirely controlled by fucking impulse, which I mean.
Yeah.
For the fucking smartest guy in the fucking room, like, goddamn, he can be stupid.
That scene felt like a little strange, but it wasn't even so much her acting. I just thought it was weird how they'd keep doing shots back and forth between them, and I'd expect him to say something, and he'd say nothing. She'd keep talking, and he'd say nothing, and she'd keep talking and say nothing. And then I think the scene ends, and he still never says anything, and I'm like, I mean, I guess he's supposed to be like dumbfounded, but I thought that he
maple brown sugar spiral cut the whole ham. RDJ has his best performance in this movie. I think that he has like some of his best performances towards the end of this movie.
Sure.
I think that last fight, like his performances in that last fight scene, are fucking beautiful. Like they're so good.
Yeah.
Talking about the Accords, Thunderbolt Ross finally comes back after fucking forever.
I don't have to tell you that.
Yeah, like, I'm surprised they brought this actor back.
Right.
I can't.
He's a
stand
good
that
actor,
guy.
but fuck, man, it's just any reminder that movie happened.
Just like it's weird. They're just like, hey guys, remember that Hulk movie? Like, Thunderbolt Ross is in our canon already, and I'm like, you really didn't recast him? Okay.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
why the dude who played Rumlow was salty, because that fucking asshole got it.
That guy came back.
Crossbones
Shit.
was just wiped out.
I mean, the Abomination is coming back in She-Hulk. That same actor, so
This
you know,
this gonna be a She-Hulk movie.
the TV show.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
God,
cool.
fucking, I love how parts of that movie have to live on forever.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Now yep. Great.
It's what a piece of shit. Anyway, yeah, so they they guilt trip the Avengers, being like, Battle of New York, Battle of fucking DC, fucking look at all this shit you guys do.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know why the Avengers aren't just like, bigger picture, intergalactic fucking aliens.
Yes.
Even when he's talking to that woman, his most friends in the first conversation they record, it's like, damn, Tim Roth is great. Yeah, he's a great actor. Here's a dead child. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Look,
like
I mean,
Tim Roth a lot.
yes, they're trying to save the world, but also like what makes these characters great is that they also are like really bummed when one person dies.
Yeah, no, they're trying to
Yeah.
be excellent people.
Yes.
Versus, like, I don't know anybody in the real world who wouldn't just be like, eh, great or good.
Ugh.
No.
Which ties into the main thrust of this movie.
Yeah, and then you have Zemo skulking around murdering Hydra agents, trying to find information about the Winter Soldier, setting up his master plan. Which that's like one thing I like about this whole movie is like there's this entire subplot of just like this dude like you don't entirely piece together that the fucking Civil War, the whole Avengers fighting each other thing is like all one dude just trying to fucking get revenge for his family. Like, I dig that. I really dig that. Like,
And he plays it real well. That actor is great.
oh, he's so fucking good. And like I'm so glad they brought him back for that fucking TV show.
Mm-hmm.
What
He's
would you
great there too.
I mean, what would you rather have? Plot and action pushing forward, or a movie where everyone's just talking? I mean, I watch Kevin Smith movies.
Yeah, like I like both of these things.
I mean,
I might be more of a dialogue guy myself.
like,
I don't love, obviously I love a great action set piece, but good dialogue resonates with me more.
like one of my favorite movies is Clerks, a movie which is 2 hours of people talking.
Right.
Clerks is great. Clerks is
So,
great. Clerks 2 is great.
I do like when he drowns the guy. Like, he's Hail Hydra, and I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Seems kind of fucking horrifying when you think about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, it is.
More arguing about the Accords. Both have, arguments about this. I mean, I do not trust the government at all, so I agree with Captain America in this instance. But, that's me.
I mean, yeah, we can get into the whether you do this or not. Like we've had this conversation ever since the comic books like started making waves. Yeah, like that was the whole thing about this movie was that it, like, and we understand this, by the end is that we understand Iron Man's perspective. We understand like absolutely, but the whole reason the Avengers as an independent group works is because they as individuals are the best humans to wield that power.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Spot on.
Like
I'm on
yeah.
Cap's side 100% for many reasons, but one of them is think about all the times that Iron Man thinks something is a good idea and that it's not a good idea. I mean, it's like how many times do you got to set your hand on a hot stove before you realize it burns you?
Well, like, not only that, but just
So is
like,
the wisdom of Cap.
well, not only that, but think about, like, once again, I am more of an Iron Man fan as a character, as a person, but like, it's one of those things of, what if the United Nations says, all right, hey, we need you to go do this, and then, but we don't want to do that.
Right.
We as a collective group.
And as I'm someone who casually follows like some of the United Nations like press releases and things like that, I get notifications and stuff, and I've done some reading. Like, there's two portions of the UN. There's the UN that's like staffed by people who actually are part of this like larger group that are actually researching how to end hunger and disease and trying to figure out how to pool resources to fix things. And then there's I think it's the Security Council, which is the member states coming together, and that's the governments of the world trying to use the UN as a tool to their own advantage. And I believe that is who would
that's
be
who the
controlling the
Avengers would have
Avengers,
been, right?
which would have been fucked.
Yep.
Which goes back to my point of fucking world government corrupt as fuck. Don't sign up for that shit. Let's see. Azrael's path to hell is paved with good intentions. Ergo disbanding the Avengers as a result. So, and then Sharon Carter has her little speech, which Rogers is just eating up.
No, you move. Yep.
Yeah, we have but then we have the thing where the Accords are being signed. Rogers chooses not to, and then
Wait, hang on a second. Their speech, was that when they were meeting up and he's driving the VW Bug?
no, that's the funeral. The funeral.
Yeah.
That's the.
Oh, okay, all right, never mind.
I meant that in the way that these best people to wield these powers, they only really have the good intentions.
I mean, I guess, right? Yeah. There are people like the King of Wakanda who have like good intentions and is a good person as well, and is trying to use the UN to try and enact that. And like he is an individual I trust, but like it's the other people. It's your Thunderbolt Rosses that I don't trust.
The problem is with a large group of people, the wielding power, especially Avengers level. My statement stands, Bron. So yeah, no, well, you all know I'm a big fan of the statement, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions."
Mm-hmm.
It's just
I get what Thomas is saying. I think that's not the best phrase to communicate that, but I understand what he's saying.
Right, which I get that Ross's intention here is good, but
right, like all these characters think their intentions are good.
It's just that Hitler
but
also thought his intentions were good.
Right, the Avengers they are like the best individuals. If they were not the best individuals, then the Avengers would not be the best wielders of that power.
T'Chaka is a hypocrite. Explain.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna keep going over the plot while he's doing that. So, the UN meeting happens. There's a bombing. King T'Chaka
Black
dies.
Panther.
Yeah, but you'd see Black Panther for the first time.
Yeah.
T'Chaka bites it. After the bombing.
That was a quick scene.
It was very
Huh.
Granted, they have a lot to cram into a 2-hour movie here.
It's
like a 2-hour 20.
2.5. Yeah.
So yeah, it's almost 2.5.
Yeah, no, it's a long one. Yeah, about 2.5.
It is one of the longer ones. I was definitely up late watching this boy.
Yeah.
So it's so they have that, and then and all the Avengers kind of steal their resolve. Steve gets advice from Sharon. T'Challa's like, I'm gonna murder the fuck out of the Winter Soldier. Let's see. I can totally see that. You need to be in check while I'm hiding everything in Wakanda. I mean, he's trying not to hide everything in Wakanda, just slowly. And then, Sam and Cap are like, I'm gonna hunt the fuck out, Bucky down first. And they find out that he's killed on sight. And then you get this little. I said T'Challa. T'Chaka is his dad. I know. No, T'Chaka is so. The reason why. Okay, hold on. Pause. The reason why his dad, those Wakandan people, were in Nigeria is because they were on an outreach mission. His dad was slowly trying to integrate them into the world. Versus, T'Challa, which was just like, fuck it, let's show everyone we got jets. So yeah,
I do like Black Panther's character in general, but I gotta say, I feel like he's really out of place in this movie. And I know he's trying to avenge his dad. Or
really,
whatever,
I like him in this
but-
movie way more than his own fucking movie.
Really? That's interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Well,
I
just
thought
like,
he's still kind of out of place. That's all. I still liked his character, but because it's like you were talking about earlier, no one's questioning why or what or anything in this movie. It's just like something happens. And
just shit
everyone's
happens.
Like, this is what I'm doing, or this is what happened. And
I
it's
mean,
just so
Vision says at the
final.
beginning, because of the now there are more superpowered people, then like something comes up to challenge it, and then it just keeps going and going and going. And I think this movie, like later on, it's like, yeah, Black Panther's here now. Yeah, Spider-Man's here now. I don't know. It's all going up.
Right.
That's a fair point. I do like that thought-provoking part of his explanation, for sure.
Yeah.
I like Vision a lot though. So
Vision's
in
great.
general, he's great.
Yep.
I would say it's the usual shit that any country does, outreach for political stuff. No, he specifically says the dialogue is like, this was our first steps to reach out and join the world. Like that is dialogue directly from the movie. Okay, we got a paragraph.
Here.
He condemns the Avengers and the violence they cause live on TV while wielding the power of the Black Panther. Obviously, previously, he refuses to let the world in on everything Wakanda has done, regardless of the fact that it's would be for the greater good. Finally, he slightly nudges his son, and Black Widow to take a more diplomatic stance in spite of his positions, while trying to tear them down. Okay, but also, Wakanda is a country, versus the Avengers, you could argue, are a smaller individual group. And also, with the power of the Black Panther, it is just dealing with Wakandan issues for the most part, versus the Avengers, which have been dealing with the world. When you're the leader of a sovereign state, and you're managing issues for your sovereign state, versus playing, Batman, but for the world. It's a little different.
I feel like I need to see Black Panther before I can really comment. Before I can have an informed.
You have not seen it, Aaron?
I haven't seen Black Panther yet. I've wanted to.
Well, okay. Well, we're getting there.
We'll get to it.
2 weeks.
Bronson can't wait.
But yeah, so we get Winter Soldier, and it's the manhunt for him starts. Him and Steve have a little bit of a moment.
This is a scene here.
It's a very powerful scene, and then the chase scene, which I was talking with Stephanie about this because I was watching it with her. The fact that he's like, oh yeah, I don't kill people, and then there are several moments where I'm like, he may not be dead, but there are several people here who are crippled for life.
I had the same thought, man.
Like that dude, he just punches through the wall. I'm just like, okay, that dude has permanent brain trauma. You just don't fly through drywall and don't end up fucked up forever.
Do you know, it's like a total Batman moment, because Batman's always like, I don't kill, but that's what makes him, I guess I kind of enjoy him for a lot of reasons, but he won't kill you, but he'll ruin your life. He'll break every bone in your body. He'll torture you psychologically, but he won't kill you. And that was kind of the vibe I got in that scene with the Winter Soldier. I'm
yeah,
good guy.
Super insurance. Have you been maimed by a superhero directly or by byproduct?
I mean, at this point, it has to be a thing, right?
I think that you probably have to have it for your car if you live in New York, at minimum.
Yeah,
definitely. You know, I would have that on my car.
Oh, same.
definitely.
Actually, no, I don't live in a place that's big enough to have a superhero thing go down.
That doesn't have a superhero. I don't.
There used to be one. I don't remember his.
There was a
name.
local hero. I forgot his name, but he stopped doing. He did mixed martial arts, and then left.
Did he have a gold costume and a darker complexion? Are we thinking of the same guy?
I don't know if he was wearing gold. Yeah, I just know he had a flat top.
Was it like a bleached blonde flat top? I mean, this was so long ago, I don't remember.
No, it's a while ago. I mean, I used to look up local superheroes in a bunch of different places. I knew a few.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But I don't remember. I don't remember the name of that one. Yeah. But I'm talking about like, you know, if you were to create like some fictional superheroes, like they're not making any of them in Seattle. It's not. It's not big enough.
I mean, what are they doing? I mean, are they clean? Are they pressure washing the feces off the street? I mean, I just don't know.
It's Blink's the Time Sweeper. That's my superhero.
Oh man,
hold on.
dude,
There's
Blink.
three.
I want a new Blink.
There's
game.
3 characters in the Marvel universe who are in Seattle. I'm gonna find out who they are.
What? Okay.
Really?
It's characters from Last of Us, characters from Infamous Second Son. There, the guy from Infamous Second Son. There's your Seattle superhero.
Okay, so there is if one of the first character is the Stark Foundation liaison to local affairs.
Okay.
A
Delson,
volcanologist who advised Iron Man and Captain America in a mission against Terminus.
because we're near Mount St. Helens, guys. It's wow. Yeah.
And a writer for the Daily Bugle.
Cool.
Wait.
Yep.
The Bugle?
Yep.
The Bugle. The Bugle's
So
become
he's working remotely.
Yes.
Lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah.
She is working remotely.
Oh,
Wow.
excuse me.
Yeah. No, Seattle's not big enough. It's not. No. Chicago. San Francisco. LA is not worth saving.
Dude, I gotta say this on record really quick because you brought it up. Infamous Second Son, fun gameplay. Absolutely despise the protagonist Delson. And,
Oh really?
Oh yeah, dude, I cannot stand him. Also, and I found it so strange how Sucker Punch, who's in Bellevue, like literally 20 minutes from Seattle, so poorly and like inaccurately depicted Seattle. But like when you play The Last of Us 2 and Naughty Dog's like all the way down in Southern California, dude, they had there was like a part in The Last of Us 2 where it was like GameWorks and they had it laid out the same way the actual GameWorks is, and I'm like, how is this even?
That's because Naughty Dog is fucking a studio
Naughty
of
Dog's
psychopaths.
insane. First of all, second of all, like I just don't think it was a priority for
they wanted to get the vibe of the city. They didn't really give a shit about the layout, which I thought
they're gonna make a fun map.
I just felt like they made it like this uber clean utopia though, and Seattle's not like that at all. Like they put the Space Needle in there, and they put in like the pink elephant sign from like the Soto district, but
right.
I just had to say that on record. I just thought it was
That's
weird
fine.
because Bellevue's so close to Seattle, and I was just like, this. Anyway, it's all good.
Okay, so
level design wise, Seattle's not necessarily all that interesting.
But we have that big ass chase scene. It's a lot of fun.
The bit where Captain America jumps off his motorcycle and is running away from a car tumbling behind him is very good.
I like the fact that these fools are just running as fast as cars.
Oh
Yes,
god, it's
dude.
good.
Bucky like outruns all of them, I think.
He does. He does.
Like, halfway down the tunnel, and
dude,
they're like,
yeah, and like that dude just rips a motorcycle with his fucking arm and just boom. That was a scene that made me fucking stoked to have a good sound system like that. Also, Stephanie is having a really good night. She has lasagna and has a girlfriend.
God damn, well done. What a night.
Yep.
what a night. Scenes like that are why this movie was better for me, because see, I think what happened was before we watched The Winter Soldier, I was looking forward to some of the set pieces I thought were in Winter Soldier, but we're actually in Civil War, and I think that most of the action set pieces in Civil War were actually much better than Winter Soldier. So like when I watched this movie, I was like, wow, it was better for me because of that reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do like it more, but it's because it's a bunch of different superheroes doing crazy stuff. Whereas, Winter Soldier, I accepted it because it's like Cap and then, Nick Fury and Hydra running around within Shield, and like I accepted it was going to be mostly a gunfight and then Cap with his shield.
Right.
But I agree, having more superheroes doing crazy stuff is awesome.
This movie does get dope at points.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
Civil War is pretty good.
So yeah, we have so that they get locked, they get busted. Vision and Wanda have a lengthy conversation, about what they're up to. So yeah, and then goes back to them, in prison, all that good stuff. The conversation between Cap and Tony about their different ideologies on this and whatnot. And then and then Tony reveals what's been going on at home, and Captain America is just pissed.
Yep.
He is just unhappy.
Yep.
And then on the way out of that, of course, Zemo busts him out. And I love how Zemo uses the Winter Soldier to escape. Brilliant. Loved it. Absolutely adored it.
And like watching the Cap and everyone like realizing what is happening as like the escape is about to begin.
Right, it's fucking perfect. It's literally perfect.
It's so good.
Hey, we got biddies.
Yo, what up, Hero Mentor? Thank you.
Thank you, Hero Mentor. Thank you for stopping by. If you are not already following, you should give us a follow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God, yeah, no.
Hero Mentor, is this All Might?
Yeah, right.
All right, so all right. Anyway, so yeah, he blows the power. They have that big escape sequence with Winter Soldier. Every individual Avenger tries to stop him, fails miserably. Just absolutely fails miserably. Tony. I really like Tony's attempt because with the gauntlet.
Yep. Yep.
And how he's not like trained in like real fighting at all, really, and he just still gives it a good go.
It was honest try for sure.
Yeah, he whooped Sharon's ass. Black Widow once again puts in a pretty good
Black Widow,
fight,
but also Winter Soldier.
But Super Soldier. He starts choking her out.
Ugh.
Dude, yeah, that part was kind of brutal, just because
it
wasn't like a friendly like, hey, I'm kind of slowing you down strangle. It was I'm gonna crush your trachea in 5 seconds because
I'm using the robot arm to do this. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Sure.
Thomas for Black Widow, she's just so sexy when she's mad and just kicking ass. All right, so then we have Black Panther and Black Panther confronting him. Winter Soldier has
what? No.
The thing that I love, yeah, like Black Panther is like an even match for him, it seems, but Bucky still gets away, mainly just because he gets kicked to a place
where he can escape.
Yeah. So he's gone. And then he's about to go, but then him and Steve finds him, and they're fighting. They have that helicopter moment, which was dope as hell.
Very good.
Captain America just holding the fucking chopper and holding the thing, and just
Captain America's biceps getting some screen time. Yeah.
I just remember seeing the helicopter blade almost hit him, and I'm like,
yeah, dude, that was just like, whoa, fuck.
God.
All right, so moving forward, they fall into the river or the lake, whatever it is, and they escape. Bucky wakes up, his arm's under a fucking compressor. And they go and so arms and compressor. They go and they show the flashback to him murdering the shit out of Tony's parents, and then the Hydra program. It was a puddle.
BMC Gaming in the YouTube chat. What's up, bud? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
That's all right. Just like to say hi to everyone.
Yeah, no, dude.
I want to let them all know.
What's up, man? If you like what you see, please give us a sub on YouTube or a follow on Twitch.
Yeah.
All right. So, but then they show then he taught Winter Soldier. Bucky talks about the history of the Super Soldier program and how we need to go take care of this. And then Sam and Cap are like, okay, we have a new objective. Sub for the dub. Sub a dub a dub dub. And they're like, okay, we need more people. And it's like, and Sam's like, I know a guy, and we all know who he's alluding to, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then
I love that they directly pull that clip to add to the end of
Ant-Man.
Previous movie here. Yeah.
So
I like that too.
He's like, hey, I know a guy, and then let's see here, and then Tony's like, okay, well, I'll bring him in. This is like, what's the difference this time? I won't be wearing a silk shirt, and and loafers.
That was a good line.
And he goes to, it's just like, you got any plans? Yeah, I got a guy. And he goes to recruit Peter Parker, Tom Holland's first little moment in the MCU.
Yes, that's right.
This scene's great. I love that. It's a really well done scene. I don't love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I never have.
I'm with you on that.
But this scene, they do a really killer job with him. They do a really good job with his interaction with Tony, his intro. I actually think the Russo brothers write him better than the people who write his actual movies. So yeah, that's a statement.
Stephanie has infiltrated both comment sections now in an Ultimate Ultron cosplay, just infecting everything, no strings.
Wow, that's interesting. Didn't think 2/3 of you would think that.
I think he's fine. It doesn't help that he makes me think of my little brother, who's like a Spider-Man fanatic. So I'm just like, that's fine.
Your little brother is Spider-Man.
Let me clarify. I do like him. I do like him as Spider-Man, but he's not amazing for me. And maybe that's just because the bar's been set so high with Toby, and yes. I just don't know. But Tom Holland, I just don't know if he's coming to the character yet. Kind of like how Thor didn't really come to his character until Ragnarok.
He's better than Andrew Garfield. That I completely agree. Tom Holland is the best.
I like Andrew Garfield too.
I like Andrew Garfield, but I think Spider-Man is not great.
I don't think I like him as an actor. I don't like him in that role.
Yeah. You guys ever seen Hacksaw Ridge?
Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man for the way he is written.
I think he's pretty good.
I think he's fine. I kind of have him in the middle. If I'm including like animated Spider-Man, I have the ones I have of him are of course number one is Yuri Lowenthal. Dude just kills it in that game. Dude is too perfect in that game. And then the Amazing Spider-Man, that cartoon from like 2008, that would be next. Sure. Then I would say like Toby, and then I'd say like Tom Holland and Drake Bell are probably next.
Wasn't Neil Patrick Harris a Spider-Man?
Toby.
No, Toby. Just five Toby 5 times. Then you have Neil Patrick Harris was. We can't include if we're just live action. Absolutely accurate. Yuri is so good. He kills it, dude. We can't include animated. Well then it's like Toby, Tom, Andrew. Duh. No questions asked.
As far as animated stuff goes, Miles was pretty great in Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, I mean if we're including animated, then you have the dude who did the guy from new girl who plays Hobo Spider-Man. He did a great job. Miles, of course, the Miles actors. Tobey Maguire wasn't a good Spider-Man, though. As movies went along, he got better. Andrew was great as Spider-Man. Sucked as Peter Parker. Then we have the boys. Preston gets more confident. So I disagree. First off, Tobey was a good Spider-Man. He quips. He jumps around. I think people just like want to hate those movies for no reason or haven't seen them in a while. It doesn't help the third one kind of falls flat. Andrew, I actually think of Spider-Man as a little too mean. Like, he's actually kind of a dick.
Yes.
Well, like, that was the thing. That was, like, the moment it rubbed me the wrong way was, like, his origin story is that, like, he rebels and he's gonna skateboard to the lab. And it's like, this is not Spider-Man. This is not Peter Parker. What the hell are you doing?
And then, like, Tom Holland, like, I feel it takes the kid shit too far. Like, it takes, like, especially because, like, in this movie, I'm gonna bring it up later, and I'm gonna bring it up a lot in Homecoming.
Yeah.
Like, he's a kid, but boy howdy, he's holding his fucking own with these dudes who've been soldiers for 2 decades. Or this one guy who's been a soldier for 70 fucking years.
I mean, it was a strong spider bite.
I just looked at the chat, and I just gotta say, any Toby slander will be met with a banhammer.
I'm not going that far. But all right, we can debate Spider-Man shit when we get to Spider-Man week in late June.
I've learned from my little brother this is an endless conversation. You just have to move on.
I thought that was next week, man. Homecoming.
No, like we have a week where we're watching 2 Spider-Man movies.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So then Hawkeye goes to recruit Wanda, and Vision's like, they will never stop fearing you. It's like, I can't control their fear, only my own. Which we find out that's not true in WandaVision. She can control whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah,
but, hey.
no kidding.
Sharon gets the gear for Team Cap. Black Widow organizes T'Challa and everyone for Team Iron Man. They have the full setup. I love Paul Rudd meeting Captain America. You're Captain America! Oh my god, it's incredible to meet you! I'm shaking your hand too long. Paul Rudd kills it in this movie for the brief time he's on screen. Like, dude is next level.
The comedic beats in this movie really hit for me.
Yep.
Can't stop, won't stop. I don't know about that. Hold on. Let's see. There we go.
Oh, wow. What? Jesus. Wow.
And on timeout. You have no power here.
What is this? It's not part of the interruption. What's the show? Around the Horn. This is
Around the
Horn. All of a
Horn.
sudden. God damn.
We should do a fucking nerd version of Around the Horn.
That'd be fun.
Oh my god, that'd be great. Holy shit. Oh.
That'd be a good time.
Yeah.
God damn. It's just...
That I can just not subscribe anymore, but okay. Insulting. Jesus, Thanos, take it easy.
Oh, wow, you did just... Damn. Wow.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Good intentions.
Road to hell, baby. Alright. Oh, I'm out by...
right.
Oh my god, I was joking. Lord.
Okay, so what happens after this? All right, they're suiting up.
Toby.
Oh, right, the big scene.
Yeah, then the big
part,
fucking this dope airport battle. This absolutely dope airport battle. Loved every minute of it. The intro of Spider-Man Underoos. I stand by this, even though you didn't think that. Viva la hates. Yeah, so Spider-Man gets his intro. It's fun, Ant-Man gets his. I just love how Ant-Man just like, I want me to go easy on you, and then Black Widow's just like knees him in the balls.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's a lot of scenes in this movie that like made me audibly laugh out loud, but I think it was shortly before the fight scene when Steve meets up with Sharon, I think her name is, and he's like driving the little VW bus.
Oh, the mate when they finally kiss.
They finally kiss,
and
then
Bucky
the bros are just in the car like this.
Yeah,
I swear, I was like hyperventilating for 5 minutes, dude. Like,
well, isn't that what it's like? Isn't that what it's like when your boy finally gets it, and like if you're there, you're just like, yeah, get it, boy.
Like, it was just extra funny because you've got a mass murderer, Bucky, sitting there, and he's just fucking like.
Like,
yeah,
you got two
boy.
people who hate each other in the back of your car, and there's just like one unifying moment.
That was the moment knew I wanted a buddy comedy from them.
Yeah.
Well,
it was probably the moment right before where he said, "Could you please move your seat up?" No.
So we talk about how gravely
that's
irresponsible
great,
it is to Tony to bring a child to fight Captain America. Yeah, but like, man, he caught that punch from Bucky. It's like, oh, you have a metal arm?
Yeah, no. Again, like this is a scene. This whole scene like showcases like, hey guys, we've been talking about all these other heroes, but Spider-Man's the most popular Marvel hero. Like, he's gonna hold his own.
Right.
No, well, not only that, but like, yeah, like the fact that he is like two dudes, fucking Winter Soldier in particular, who are like super combat veterans, and he's just like, no, I'm hanging right there. I'm kind of winning.
Yeah.
It's once again kind of where you're from, kid. Yes, we'll get to that scene. Has this fucking like is part of the reason once again why the next movie of his irritates me so much.
No, that's fair, and it's really difficult to watch these movies having seen the whole saga and not cross-examine it with things that have taken place in the future, because it's like, wait, what?
Right. So yeah, and then then you have Tony and versus Hawkeye and Wanda, and he gets cards landing on him. Like, lots of stuff going on. I'm gonna go through the big hits. The water truck. Oh, I thought it was a water truck. That was good. Them escaping and then like Vision showing up as kind of their trump card. And then both teams reorganize and go at each other, and that fucking great music song cues. That fucking great ass track. It cues and goes in. And you're just having this dope scene of just all these powers and all these characters just getting showcased. You get another Hawkeye Black Widow fight. It's just like, we still friends? Depends on how hard you hit me.
Yes, yeah.
You have Black Panther and Bucky. You get Spider-Man and Cap, and like you said, it's just like, what else did he tell you? This to go for your legs. And then just Cap, of course, tricks him because 70-year combat veteran and Captain America.
Yeah.
And then it's like, where you from, kid? Queens, Brooklyn. Love the respect for MYC and the borough love, says Thomas.
I mean, it's where the Marvel heroes originated, right? They have to. Yep,
that they gotta. Cap and Spider-Man, probably two of Marvel's biggest, have their little moment.
My favorite is the Shield cuts Peter Parker's or Spider-Man's web, and he's like, that thing does not obey the laws of physics at all. Cap just talks past it, like everyone just ignores it. Yep, okay.
I love Ant-Man in Iron Man's suit, and he's just like, this is your conscience. We don't talk much. It's really good. So they go to escape, and then it's like, we need a distraction. Not everyone's gonna get alive. It's like, all right, I got something big. It's like, but I've only done it once in a lab, and just whoa, and just giant man. And it's like, whoa! And then Tony's like, does anybody on our side have any fantastical or amazing abilities they would like to share? You get more of that fight going on for a good while. Vision does knock him over and tries to stop him, but doesn't quite get there. Black Panther runs off towards him, and then Spider-Man, of course. So you remember that old movie, Empire Strikes Back? Jesus, Tony, how old is
You're
this kid? That cut with Rhodey with giant Ant-Man in the back is brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah, and then it's just like Black Widow and goes to confront Steve. I'm gonna regret this, and of course lets him escape. Tastes as Black Panther. And then Scott says, "Anyone have some orange slices?" And then Spider-Man freaking out. Tony's like, "Okay, you're going home. You're going home. I'll tell Aunt May."
I'm not done.
God damn.
It was a great moment. And I love the Black Widow tasing Black Panther. Just
A lot of tasers.
Like 5 times.
Yeah.
Goes through a whole bunch. Widow's taking failed to her Cap's relationship, the respect they hold for each other. Yep. The accident of him being like, "Vision, get him," and then Rhodey getting shot down.
I wanted to ask you guys real quick. When Rhodey falls to the ground and then Sam's like, "I'm sorry," and then Iron Man's like, hits him with the thing. But in your opinion, whose fault is that? Do you think it's Vision's fault, Rhodey's fault, or Sam's fault?
It's Vision's fault. Vision he miscalculated the thing.
See, he said that, but I actually replayed that scene, and I came to the conclusion that it was actually Rhodey's fault because he was the one who instructed Vision to make the shot in the first place, and then he did make an attempt to dodge. So
I do like how Rhodey just accepts the fall and closes his eyes and it's like, all right, I'm coming.
Yeah. What do you think, Aaron?
I'm watching it right now, actually.
I just watched it. So it says Sticks and Crit says Vision's fault.
Rhodey also is like, okay, you're in the direct line of sight because Falcon's falling directly behind you. So to call for that,
it's tough.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
if he had turned and then asked for that, sure.
That's what I'm almost saying. It's almost I'd almost put more of the blame on Rhodey than Vision. You know what I mean? But that's just my personal takeaway.
It doesn't have to 100% be one person or another.
No.
True.
But you get the look in Tony's eyes here, and it's just like, oh, dude.
Oh, he's pissed.
He is fucking ready to fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
That part
He's a living
sad.
computer. He should 100% accurate because the calculations go, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You had Zemo calling in the dead body. And you get all the feedback of Tony being like, But then Tony finds out what's actually going on, of course, finally. Zemo's off to see the super soldiers, which you think, maybe he's going to release them and put him under his whole shtick. And then Tony visits everyone at super prison and gets the real deal from Sam. Feeds Ross a BS line. I do like Hawkeye's little fucking lecture for him, though. The futurist, everybody! The futurist! He knows what's good for you, even if you don't like it. I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot, too, because I actually really dislk Iron Man in this movie. Just in this movie.
Even as an Iron Man fan, there are moments where that's just Zemo. He's just always awkward. That's just him.
Yeah.
You watch that Falcon and Winter Soldier, that motherfucker's awkward even when he's just murdering folk.
That's what makes him appealing. Yeah.
He comes off awkward to me in Inglourious Bastards too.
Yeah, that's what he does. And this goes back to the main thing of the movie, though, is that Iron Man's intentions are completely understandable. You see what causes all this. Absolutely, I understand why you want to do this.
I feel like the theme of this movie should almost be my saying, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions."
No, that is a good one.
But there are good intentions on both sides, and both of them have their consequences.
Which both were bad at the end, which we'll get to. Now Captain America's on the run from the world government, and Tony has less of a family, and one of his closest friends is crippled. Nobody
Mhm.
wins
Yep.
here.
Yep.
But so they go to the bunker. Tony confronts them. It's like, what if it weren't so crazy? What if I believe you? And you think like, oh yeah, all three of them gonna team up, of course. But
Hmm.
then Zemo's like, why would I want more of you? I murdered all these motherfuckers. I murdered
Right.
them real good. Look at it, they died in their sleep though.
Yeah.
And then you get the reveal of like, fucking hate the Avengers. You killed my family because of Sokovia. I found after 2 days digging through the rubble, I found my father holding my dead father holding my dead children in his arms.
Hmm.
Like just fucking deep cuts like a motherfucker. Um. So yeah, you have that, and then he does the reveal to Tony, and Tony's a smart guy, and like any person would have been just like, oh, like obviously Bucky's not like that now, but Tony being a man of fucking impulse.
Hmm.
That's how good Robert Downey Jr. is. He really takes a beloved character, and the audience believe he almost seems malicious in his decisions. And like also just how emotive this man is throughout this entire movie.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it just is fucking beautiful. You get that murder scene. He punches
God, the
the.
murder scene. They if you
Oh
I
yeah,
understand like people are like, like Iron Man is on the wrong side of this, but like they do their best to justify his impulsive reaction to such a
and
film.
just his eyes and his expressions the entire time he's watching it, right?
Yep.
Just the entire fucking time he's watching it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like it. So they have that. They have that going on, and Tony's starts attacking. He's but he was brainwashed. Like, I don't care. He killed my mom. Like,
Hmm.
like that line. Like, I don't care. He killed my mom. And they
Hmm.
start this fight scene, and like notice like Tony like kind of just tries to neutralize Cap, like just
Right.
tries to like kind of sandbag against Cap. His anger is misplaced at Cap. Did Does Cap actually know Bucky killed Tony's parents? I mean,
See, I missed that too. Why did he say that he knew about that
Yeah, I
to
always wondered that myself.
that didn't seem like it was communicated at any point in the movie or in a prior movie.
right. That is weird. I would have to look into that.
Yeah, because that doesn't make sense to me.
I
Yeah,
mean,
why would
like
he
maybe
just be
he
in
knew
the
about it.
video?
Maybe he found out through the
Period.
files that were leaked. Who knows? Like, there's
Yeah, that would make most sense. Maybe he read it in a report, but I don't remember
yeah,
him seeing
You
the
need to
video
communicate that in
before.
the film
yeah.
somewhere.
No, you need that. Definitely need to be communicated better.
Maybe it was lost in like a deleted scene or something, and then they just
They just
overlooked
had
it.
to fucking go with it.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Because this was a 2.5 hour movie already. But
Yeah.
the fight continues on, and they eventually fall down to the bottom of the silo, and that's where this fight gets fucking real.
Yeah.
Like you see Bucky trying to rip out the arc reactor, and then gets his arm fucking unibeamed off. And then it takes a quick break, of course, up to Zemo being like, "Well, I'm gonna kill myself." But then Black Panther, with the best insight of the whole fucking movie, being
Hmm.
like, vengeance has consumed them. It has consumed you. I am done with it consuming me.
Hmm.
And
Great line.
Zemo goes to kill himself. He's like, boom, no. The living are not done with you yet. And then,
Yep.
then it cuts back to the fight scene, which one of the best fight scenes really shows off both characters really well. Of course, when you come in America's like, I can do this all day. But then you get Iron Man's moment with his computer. It's just like, Elijah is like, kick his ass. And, really just, really gives Cap the business. Like,
Mhm.
you don't get to see Iron Man fight hand to hand often. So,
Sure. Yeah.
yeah, and then just like, he tries to explain Tony, he was my friend, and that cutting line, just, so was I. And just continues to just whoop on him. But then Captain America rebounds, and you think Captain America is going to, like, oh shit, and then no, knocks out the arc reactor, makes Cap look like he never fought before. Like, takes out the arc reactor, and then Tony with one more jab. You don't deserve that shield. My father made it. Da 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 da. Um,
That was the only part of the movie that was a little cheese for me.
I thought no, like that's totally in Tony's character though. That's totally in Tony's character with this, and at this point, like honestly, I think Cap considered it for a split second. He probably did, but he's Captain America, so
That's the thing. Like I just, The only reason I would have any form of doubt is that like there's a point previously in the movie where he tries to lie and it's like you're a bad liar, and then there was the scene where it's like, did you know? And he like totally did lie, and I was like, wait, why are you
right?
Because again, this goes back to some sort of information I didn't see before.
All right, so then the conflict ends. Real solemn note. We get Tony trying to teach Rhodey his new walking thing. Then we get the Tony Stank. We get a Stan Lee cameo. And then we get Tim reading Cap's letter, and then Cap comes to break out the other people. He obviously does, as we know later.
Yep.
And then we have Bucky in Wakanda going under ice till he can be fixed, and Peter Parker being Peter Parker.
Hey, Spider-Man. Guess what? We're gonna use Spider-Man again.
Yep. So Spider-Man will return, as it's called.
Yep.
I gotta make a comment about the ending, particularly with the letter.
Mm-hmm.
That is really the only part of this movie that I actually dislike and have an issue with, and it's because they have the big fight, right? Like Cap and Tony, and they're clearly there's serious beef there, which raises the stakes. But then Captain America writes him that stupid letter with the phone, and he's like, hey, I got your back still, like no matter what happens, like it's cool. And so it just immediately lowers the stakes after they've been raised. And I think that's really bad writing. And I know that they had to have the fight with whoever, Thanos, whatever, later, but I just think that if they were going to make up or whatever, like one of them should have died, or that letter shouldn't have been written, because it just totally lowered the stakes.
Right, and we obviously at this point don't know the setup later, so...
the letter was the letter. I just don't like that. That's all.
All right.
I think that totally makes sense though. Cap and Iron Man, like they don't want to stay split up. Like even after all that, they don't want to stay.
All right.
up.
So
but do you really think Steve Rogers would have written the letter, or do you think that Iron Man would have just sought him out and been like?
I think that Cap is just that good at being undercover though, because he's fucking Captain America. So and then Cap would have felt the need to tell him. So I actually don't find that out of character. Now the question I have, gentlemen, what are you rating it out of 5? What's everyone rating this out of 5?
5.
It's 5 for me also.
5, definitely 5.
All right, where would you put it on the list? I would put it above Ant-Man, so between Ant-Man and Captain America 1.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
I might actually put this at the very top of the list.
Yeah.
If it's my own personal list, it's at the top.
Okay, where would you put it on our list? Same?
I'm sorry?
Where would you put it on our list?
Oh, no, yeah, I just meant I'm saying, if I was making an executive decision, I'm saying this is number 1 for me.
Okay.
Thomas says 3 out of 5.
Dang, son.
Okay,
wow.
Thomas, whatever.
Salty.
3?
He says above Iron Man 3.
Above Iron Man 3? Okay.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah, I think that, the plot holes bother me enough for me to notice them, is the thing. Like, that, the plot holes and weird writing inconsistencies.
There's certainly a little bit of that here and there.
I would tell you why by be typing for 45 minutes.
For me though, the action set pieces in this movie I think are top notch, and all the comedic lines, none of them miss. None of them are one note or anything.
I'll say it's the action set pieces in this are so good, it bumped it from a 4 to a 5 for me. But unlike the other 5 out of 5s, I think there are plenty of plot holes in this that annoy the living shit out of me, and weird characterizations that annoy the living shit out of me. And like that's enough to bother me versus like I look at those top 3 movies and I'm like, I watch those. They're all well written for the most part. The first 20 minutes of the first Avengers is a little shaky, but other than that, great. They all do a good job with those characters. Yeah, I just think there's too much shaky shit for this to especially be number one. And to especially be above Guardians of the fucking Galaxy is insulting to me.
You do love Guardians. Well, let me ask you something. Would you rather watch this or Avengers 2012? Because that's kind of what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, that's a question for you, Bronson.
Kind of Avengers 2012. Like with this, I only want to watch 2 parts of it, like all that badly, and it's like the end conflict and the airport battle.
Avengers 2012, though, I mean, you have that really long intro setup, and then you have them fixing an engine for 30 minutes, so...
Yeah, but, like, all that dialogue is real good. Like, I like...
there's a lot of good dialogue.
There's a lot of really good dialogue and setup there, versus, like, this, like, some of it, that dialogue isn't great.
No Ant-Man, no Spider-Man in Avengers 2012, though.
Which Avengers which Avenger would you like to see take on Thanos in the MCU? 1v1. X-Men don't count. 1v1? I mean, I kind of got
Cap.
What?
Cap?
For me, it's Cap, because with Thanos without the Infinity Stones, Cap, I think, would absolutely beat his ass.
I don't. We got to see that fight.
That just makes it hard to pick one on
all
one.
the stones.
He didn't have the stones. Remember, Hawkeye had the gauntlet. Remember? It's like Hawkeye grabbed the gauntlet, was running.
Oh, no, that's true. He was already worn down, though. We're talking about future movies. Either way, I'd still like to see Cap.
For me, like, because Doctor Strange just gave up and wasn't fully trained yet, I'd say Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange would be a good one.
But back to the original topic. So this is where I would suggest we put it as a whole. I would put it above the first Avenger. So between Guardians and the first Avenger.
Okay, well, before I respond to that, Thomas says, a bunch of loose threads, some awkward and misplaced dialogue. The action scenes and acting is good, but also some really bad shots. The writing is really hurtful. A bunch of it falls flat a lot. I really enjoyed this movie, and part of that is the question of, like, registering the superheroes to become, like, being overseen by, like, the UN or governments. I just think that's a very interesting question, and I think they handle that in an interesting way.
I agree.
Yeah, but, like, watching this movie, I don't see why almost anyone would sign with Iron Man on this. Like, they very much frame Cap as the right answer. Like, I
guess so. Like, towards the end there, when Rhodey's like, I don't think I would change my answer. I think.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, that was kind of.
Yeah, so I don't know. Once again,
execution could be better, but I enjoyed the execution.
Yeah. So
again, you know me, Bronson. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy is a great movie from start to finish, but I care about the Avengers more as characters.
Right.
And that's my problem.
Right, but, like, I just think Guardians is a better movie. And to be fair, I care about the Guardians more than I care about most of the Avengers not named Iron Man or Doctor Strange.
Right.
So, like that's the thing.
Yeah. And I get that. Which means we now turn to the third chair. Where are you placing this? Yes.
Me. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at the top is not a possibility.
I don't know if we're gonna get it to the top.
No, but I think it's definitely above Guardians, without a doubt.
Oh, you're out of your fucking mind.
Well, explain. Talk it through.
Well, kind of like what you said, I care about the Avengers fight more than the Guardians fight, or the Guardians.
Thomas is on Bronson's side, I think, here.
And there is a lot of really great thought-provoking dialogue. And while Guardians does have some good comedy, the comedy of this movie, I think, trumps comedy in almost any of these other movies in the saga, quite frankly.
Ooh.
Even Guardians, you are out of your fucking
Man.
mind.
It's a different kind of comedy, but Guardians is more of like a chuckle, but this is like me like actually laughing out loud.
I think Guardians is the second funniest we've seen so far, and first is Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man is the funniest movie out of all these. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Ant-Man has some great Well, I mean, Ant-Man has Michael Pena. It's not even fair.
Yeah,
and
Paul
Rudd.
Rudd.
Paul Rudd is like
I guess
a main character.
I meant of the ensemble movies, like where they're all together.
Yeah,
this one really makes me laugh.
I don't think we can trust his judgment. Thomas.
Thomas says there's a lot in this movie that is meant to be emotional overall. Isn't Peggy's funeral? They had to go fast. Yeah, you're right. Captain Tony on a solo level. Black Widow bot having it out with everyone. Black Widow bot.
Emily says it's not as good as Guardians.
Let's see. I agree with Civil War is good, but it's not Guardians. Gotta put this movie above Ant-Man. I think that's with Which Heroes. I think Hulk gets some props because he might not get a good solo film in the MCU other than Norton. So
yeah, Hulk's not even in this at all, right? Like not even for a minute, right?
No, not at all, because he's in space. Remember?
So we didn't even have the whole team, and it's still like a fantastic movie. I mean, I feel like that says a lot right there too. And I love Mark Ruffalo; he's awesome. You didn't even have to be in this movie for it to be great.
Yeah, End of Them says I think the list varies with who relates with which heroes. Which yeah. I mean that's the thing about these lists. I think Hulk gets some props. So, were you guys talking about this comment here?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops! I'm sorry, I missed that. I was reading some other stuff. Okay, so to me, it sounds like the question is, does it go above or below Captain America: First Avenger?
I think it's more enjoyable than First Avenger, for a lot of people, and I'd see why you'd pick that. I'd put it below, but like. The room's already like insane. Like I would say below Guardians is the fair trade, because
it sounds like where it's gonna go.
Yeah. Okay. So is everyone fine with that? Below Guardians.
Let's hear from the other two.
Below Guardians.
Below Guardians, above First Avenger.
Below Guardians, above First.
The First Avenger is more storytelling rather than comedy. So that's why I like it. Right, they didn't have a lot of time because they went further with the action than the emotional impact of war itself. Falls take action movie through line, they leave it through the light. Leave a lid of the characters hanging. He says in the chat. So, no, below Cap, above Ant-Man, says Sticks and Grits.
I can't put this above Guardians, but it's it's not my final call. But I could rattle off some reasons. Like, are there any actual solid practical effects in Guardians? Like, is there any killer action set pieces? Is there any actual
dude
dialogue? I mean,
that entire prison sequence is fantastic. Like
yeah. Well, I mean, it's entertaining.
There's oh my god.
And I'm willing to put it above the First Avenger. Like the First Avenger is a personal favorite of mine, but I make a distinction between what's my favorite and what's.
I mean, yes, I do as well.
So
otherwise, Iron Man 1 would not be nearly as low as it is if we're talking personal favorites.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, like I just think that out of these movies, I mean, to be fair, I think Guardians of the Galaxy is still the best one of these movies we've watched. But, like that, I realize the impact of the first Avengers.
That's fair.
And like, yes, I think Civil War would go somewhere between Cap and Ant-Man as it was groundbreaking and split the audience, which was brand new. So it sounds like between the chat, the hosts, and everyone, this is above First Avenger, below Guardians. Because most of the chat is saying this shit goes below First Avenger. I'm saying that that's where I personally would put it, but you guys are saying it goes first.
I mean, if more people are saying below First Avenger, like, that's fine. I don't agree with it. Like, goddamn, I would much rather watch Civil War than watch First Avenger just because it's the Avengers. It's everyone coming together. Black Panther's here. Spider-Man's here. We're doing crazy shit.
Avenger. I love that movie. It's fantastic. But this is Civil War is undeniably a better film.
Okay, get your food. Get your food. End of Them says things better than First Avenger.
First Avenger does have Red Skull though, man. I mean, fuck you.
Well, so that's the problem is that like Red Skull's one of my favorite villains up to this point, and then Zemo is just this dude, and then like has a legitimate reason to be mad, and actually is pretty damn successful.
Yeah, no, I do appreciate Zemo's like his spite and also his drive to carry out his plan. So.
Right. And yeah, I was engaged like the whole movie. Whereas again, we're nitpicking at this point. First Avenger, they have that like montage scene of them doing missions together, and I just didn't necessarily need it to be as long as it was. I just kind of started checking out
on that.
For a moment there.
Why does Bronson like Guardians so much?
You know, I think I don't know. I don't know if there's a history of him like reading Guardians of the Galaxy stuff.
I'll give him that.
It is possibly the most beautiful movie of all of these. I guess other than maybe this next movie we're going to talk about here. Let's see. I can understand third because this movie has a bigger impact. Yes, right. That's what I'm thinking. Like, you don't think it's over Guardians? Okay, we're kind of split. I think it operates the same space as First Avenger. I would like it to be over First Avenger, under Galaxy.
One more argument I'm going to throw out why I think it should go above Guardians, because we're early in Phase 3 at this point, and this movie does a lot more to set up further events of Phase 3 than the Guardians movie.
Once again, are you out of your mind? Oh, fuck! Guardians only sets up all this Infinity Stone bullshit. The entire point of the whole fucking saga.
End of them says, I still was aggravated with Iron Man for targeting Bucky for something he had no control over what he did. That's why it stuck with me, because I support Tony for most cases, but the ruling of control by the government and free stance was tearing filmmaking in an amazing way. And I think that's more to like the strength of that story that was done in the comics. I just think that is a very interesting story that I still like to. Every time I watch this movie, I like to toss that around in my head. How would that work? And would it work? And would it work if the Avengers were different people than what they were?
I'm a huge Iron Man fan, and even I'm like, yeah, he's wrong here.
You know, Iron Man's great, but yeah, I don't like him in this movie. He's totally pro Team Ross and all that BS, and then he's just his misguided anger at Bucky, and then I mean, I guess it's a good line, but he's like, I don't care, he killed my mom, but it's like, he didn't kill your mom. Whoever put his brain in the blender, quote unquote, killed your mom. It's just...
Right, but Tony acts entirely on impulse. That's his whole life.
No, totally. He's incredibly impulsive creature.
When you see that film, like you see that directly, like punching his dad to death and then choking his mom. Like, didn't he use his bare hand too? He didn't even use the metal arm.
No,
he just used his bare hand.
Shit, man. God.
Yeah, that'd be tough to watch and then be in the room as the same guy.
Yeah, no.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, I think
Guardians just does so many
really
things right.
firm about Guardians, so I'll just I'll let it go.
We will be here all night, gentlemen.
Yep. No, I agree with the comments in the section. I think we're gonna be at a standstill, but I would like to put it third.
Okay, all right. So
yeah, third's fine. I mean,
if we were into ties, I would accept Captain America, First Avenger, and Civil War tie, but that's not how we do things here.
Bronson, I did ask Aaron while you were away why you like Guardians so much.
I love the characters. I particularly is there.
Yes.
Okay, good. I fucking did the headphones the right way. Great. But third is respectable.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, third's cool.
I love the characters. I love the humor. Something about that style and that humor and those characters just really resonate with me.
We're all standing up. You happy?
Yeah, like a bunch of jackasses.
Yeah. No, it's a good movie. I think it's a great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, I had a great time. I had a great time with Civil War, but I also had a great time with our next movie.
I'm
Yes.
gonna ask this question a week early. Do you guys prefer Baby Groot or Adult Groot?
Both.
I like them both, but I'm missing Adult Groot. I want to see
I'm with
Adult
you,
Groot
man.
back.
I like Adult Groot a lot.
I'm happy with like if you want to like shuffle between those, like fine. I think Baby Groot was fine for one movie, but I would like to see my Adult Groot back.
I'm
Well,
with
he's-
you
them-
on that, man. Totally with you.
Well,
on
he's
that.
teenage
Especially 'cause he's
Groot.
brutal when
He
he
probably
fights.
will be adult Groot by the time the next movie rolls around.
Yes, I would assume so. Yeah, and then end of them says Adult Groot. Yep.
Because we got
Well-
teenage Groot.
Yeah, Teenage Groot was funny for a quick minute.
Yeah, fun bunch of
With him being
teenager
a
jokes.
Surly son of a bitch.
Both Groots are
his,
savage. Yes.
his room, that shit was funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
all that shit was hilarious.
It was-
Thomas also votes Adult Groot. Guardians just balances every aspect of dialogue, character development, plot, and world building so damn well. Again, like as an individual movie, like I would still say Guardians is the best movie that we've seen here.
God damn it, dude. They overfilled this motherfucker.
You complaining
Oh,
about
no.
they overfilled it?
Yes, so it's like exploding all over.
Oh, dude,
Ah.
I hate that. Dude, I was at Starbucks a couple months ago, and the gal handed me a drink, and it was like spilling all over me in the inside of my car, and she wouldn't take it back due to like health and safety reasons, and I was just so irritated.
Did she at least give you napkins?
And I'm just like, just throw it in the garbage.
Not as much as she should have.
Weird.
and
They usually
then-
give too many.
Yeah, and then I asked for a bag to like put the garbage in. She gave me a bag with a big hole in it, so it was a weird experience, man. But
Look, man, these kids are probably getting paid minimum wage. They don't give a
Starbucks
fuck
makes
about anything.
$15 an hour. They're proud of it.
Oh, if it's Starbucks, then
oh yeah, no, it was at Starbucks. I just
Like,
leather seats and ice
Yeah,
white
that's
milk
bad.
all over the interior of my Challenger. I was just like,
I would fucking
I
go.
took care of it.
I would go psycho in my Charger if that happened. Fucking.
I actually, I'm not trying to go on about this, but they actually said I could call and get it cleaned, like if necessary. But I was able to clean it up myself because I'm pretty good at detailing and whatnot. But it was a shocking moment. But I'll leave it at that. So I understand being upset about the blizzard dripping because that totally just
Right, like it's just.
so insane.
All right. Next movie. We got one more movie. We have been podcasting for almost 2 hours now. We got to get to our second movie.
It's been an hour. Oh no, shit! Oh my
An hour.
god!
Yeah.
Dear
Yeah.
Lord!
We had a half hour talking about like the going back to theaters. Wouldn't that be nice?
That was great, man.
No, I enjoyed it. It was great. That's why it went on
love
so
that.
long.
All right,
Does that mean
so
there's no chance of a quick intermission here.
you got 2 minutes. Go,
There you go. Go.
go, my son.
Okay.
So, boys, says Thomas. Oh God.
Oh god, here we go.
I can't stop thinking about a Silver Surfer movie. I hope they do that. All right.
My favorite actor is currently Benedict Cumberbatch in general or in the MCU.
End of them. Doctor Strange, visually mind-bending, which I love, and damn, it was, I must say it, strange.
So, save your piece for as we go, Thomas.
No. Like, everyone has their biases. Just do it. Don't worry about it.
I mean, we all acknowledge our taste on here.
Yeah. I still have not felt... Like, I guess my bias is towards the Avengers, not, like, towards any individual part.
Yeah, I think you really like the team ups.
I like the team ups, man. Like the individual stuff's cool, but I like when they all get together.
See,
I think that's why I like Civil War, because it's like a team up of like people within Captain America's circle, but it's you got your Falcon and there's Winter Soldiers in there as the bad guy, of course. But
See, I'm a big fan of character pieces, which is
Right.
Which it's why my favorite Marvel movie is the one that is mostly dialogue.
sure.
And it's a big reason why. So it's a big part why like a lot of the team up movies don't hit as hard for me. Because
Sure.
it's like, you know,
I get it. End of them says, I think team building movies are more impactful than solo films. That's just me, though. Thomas says, Civil War surprisingly didn't change much for me.
like the reason why Infinity War hit so hard for me is because it is a
Thanos.
character building movie.
Yep.
Just for Thanos.
Right. Right.
You know, which,
God, that's a good movie. Can't wait for that. Yeah, I like the teams, which again, like I like that aspect of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just that they weren't established beforehand.
right, but they established them really well in that movie in a short amount of time too.
Yes, they do. That prison escape sequence is great.
Yeah,
I don't need the leg. I just thought it'd be funny.
it's just like, oh, you actually took the leg? What did he look like? Was he hopping around? Oh,
I paid $30,000 for that. He just starts laughing harder.
No, you're right, dude. Because I remember watching that movie a couple weeks ago. I hadn't seen it in a long time. I was laughing my ass off the entire time. It's pretty damn good.
It's a good movie. But anyway, speaking of good movies.
Speaking of good movies, hey, we also watched Doctor Strange. Which, by the way, if you're not yet and you like these movie reviews, we're going to continue with this with MCU and, God forbid, maybe even DC movies eventually.
Please let us do the DC movies.
So, you should give us a follow. Maybe even a sub. I don't know.
We're doing this every week. All the way until Black Widow, and then, yeah, maybe DC. I don't know. Yeah, Thomas is excited at this thought.
That's right, boys.
Let's see
Oh, shit.
here.
Cool.
There's the
Yo,
follow.
what up, end of them? How you doing?
Thank you, end of them.
Let's see. Thomas, it's because Infinity War is the movie where every single ounce of effort and care came out of Marvel Studios. Yeah, that's pretty good. End of them. For when we get to Infinity War, I think the bond that they had and that we experienced over the span of 10 years. I'm not saying the solo films don't do anything, but some stories need teams like a Star-Lord film would have a different impact than Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, that's not... I suppose you could, but... That's like where Disney Plus comes in, where if you wanted to do something like that...
I would watch the fuck out of a Star-Lord show. Oh, my God.
I do think that the Guardians characters would be really well suited to a television show.
Oh, absolutely.
So long as Nebula's dead, because I can't stand
She just not be in the show.
Yeah, that's fine.
I love that Thomas says there's only like 2 good DC movies, which I don't
That
know
is
if I agree with that.
absolutely not true.
He means live action. Calm down. Calm down.
It's still not true.
Even so.
It's still not true.
Okay,
So
I
we
think he
need to do
refers
the
to...
DC movies. So you
Okay,
guys
I think
can
he's
hear all my
referring to the
hot takes.
DC extended
Oh, if you're referring
universe
to
stuff.
like DCU.
It's still not
like
true.
Really?
I'm sorry,
Really?
it's still not
Okay. So it's like Wonder Woman
I
and
haven't
Shazam.
seen a lot of them.
I'm sorry, but the Suicide Squad is one of the most underrated movies.
You and Stephanie would get along with that. It's a shame she's not in the chat anymore.
You see in the future, you can hear all my hot takes, especially about Suicide Squad.
I have yet to see most of those movies.
You can borrow them anytime, Aaron. I have them all in 4K.
Fantastic.
And all the animated ones on 4K, too.
They're also all on HBO Max.
That is
Oh,
true. Yeah,
wow,
almost every
okay.
single one's on
I
HBO
gotta
Max.
get
That's
HBO Max.
true.
I gotta catch up on so much.
I actually have a
Infinity War-
master list of all the DC movies that are on HBO Max. I'll forward it to you.
Nice.
I'm not even kidding.
I would not think that you were kidding.
So, gentlemen, though, the movie we're here to talk about this week, the second one.
Yes.
Doctor Strange. So,
Yes.
as always, better, worse, or the same, Aaron?
I want to say better.
Okay.
I don't remember where, because what year did that movie release?
2016.
Okay. I think I might have been in a different place.
November
there's
2016, actually.
Wow, really?
Oh, yeah, I was thinking 2017, but it was right before 2017, so late 2016 makes sense.
I try and check the dates for these before we get on.
Yeah. I think I liked it better. I think I liked it then, but I like it more now.
I like about the same, but it was in my top 5 before, so I mean,
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
it's hard to like it more.
Yep.
Yeah, it's about the same for me. I remember the very first time I saw this movie, I was kind of so-so on it, but the second viewing and every viewing after, including this one, I enjoy it quite a bit. So I'm about the same.
Yeah, I actually didn't see this movie in theaters. I saw it when it came to Netflix, like a year later.
Yeah, I think that was my experience too. I don't remember seeing it in the theater.
Because I just got burnt out on like movies, like these movies for a while, and then came back and I was like, oh fuck yeah, these movies are awesome.
Yep.
Thomas is watching it right now.
It's fucking a great movie. It's also just a good movie to rewatch. Like it flows so well, man.
Yeah.
It
We will get
at
to.
all. There's no boring parts really. It's got nice pacing.
Yeah, we'll get to scoring and ranking here in a second. Fourth time in 2 days, Thomas.
Damn.
What are you doing? I have a friend that wants to trip on shrooms while watching this, which I had that in mind while I'm watching
I
this
literally
movie.
got a message from Emily about getting high and watching this movie.
Hi, sure. There's a specific scene in here where, like, I think watching that on shrooms seems like a really bad idea.
It was the visuals that got me, and the story was great, but it just hit differently than Civil War Ant-Man.
Is Thomas the sticks and crits?
Yeah.
Yes.
He said you guys should kick me off because I love Suicide Squad.
Well, I've yet to see it, so I can't.
I mean, we don't kick him out for any of his terrible opinions, so why would we do that?
I mean, he has the Kingdom Hearts character as his Discord avatar, so I mean,
Hey, and I like Prototype. You know, we all have our garbage takes. You know,
dude, Prototype's gameplay is really fucking
Prototype's
fun,
gameplay's
dude.
really good.
It's really fun, man.
The graphics are shit. I don't remember the story at all. But man, anyway.
I willingly play Call of Duty every year. Need I say more?
Dude, I have.
Okay.
The only bad Call of Duty game is Ghosts, and you can quote me on that anytime.
The Vita one was
like we would be
look, man. We could be here all night analyzing Call of Duty. I've played literally all of them.
Same here.
All right. So, I think we should jump into going through Doctor Strange.
So yeah, it opens up with this big action set piece. Torturing a dude with magic. Real fun time.
Yeah.
Murdering a dude with magic.
Yeah.
But then who will we eventually find out is the Ancient One comes and confronts them. You see all this mind-bending fucking trippy ass mirror dimension shit. And it is the most hype shit in the world.
It's incredible.
It is like, it really hard to impress me with a visual set piece, especially coming off of Civil War. But man, they fucking did it.
Damn, the work that went into making this movie, I can't imagine.
I cannot imagine the CPU hours that went into this. I literally cannot. And the part where she taps on his head and makes him fly through different realms is dope as hell. Yes, we'll definitely get to that. But this intro scene alone just establishes what the fuck this movie is so well. Almost immediately. Dude escaping through portals and kung fu and goddamn buildings are climbing on top of other buildings and fucking just... It's fucking bananas. Yep. It's so hype. The intro of this movie is so good. I normally do not like starting a movie on an action beat with no plot whatsoever, but this does a fuck, dude. This draws you in so hard. So unbelievably hard. The world changes for them, but the civilians are even phased, which is crazy. Well, because of the mirror dimension. Yeah, Doctor Strange is the most visually impressive and cutback movie in the MCU. And then
the thing is, the action stuff itself, story wise, I don't necessarily, they're taking stuff, they're stealing, a page, but it's the visual effects. It's the visual effects that just make this movie what it is.
Yeah, and then we cut to Doctor Strange doing surgery, him being, cocky, talking about the music. Just he charted with a flugelhorn. Like that was a little funny note. Like I love the intro of this movie for some reason. Like him, like going to surgery and showing like like all this other stuff and just kind of how he's kind of an arrogant dick and just like he's just like, yes, with my surgery I get to save 100 people with my stuff I get to save people for hundreds of years versus the ER I can save one drunk per weekend. Like that level of that level of commentary. By the way, sorry everyone that I had to eat my dinner in the middle of this. I could not wait any longer. I was starving.
That's fine.
Anyway, so I know second podcast in a row where I was like food.
I didn't even remember that you ate last week. So
No, that was kind of the Sunday show. The show we do Sunday.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I gotta say real quick, I do really enjoy Doctor Strange's character, but I couldn't help but feel like the Stephen Strange character was kind of like all the arrogance that we see from Tony Stark, right? But really none of the charm.
Right, he's not because he's not supposed to be charming. He's not supposed to be.
To me, maybe it's because it's the Doctor setting, but it's very house.
Very. I can see that. I love it. Like you see the drawer, he opens up all the fucking watches. You see, his ridiculous house.
Yeah.
Which you see the car he's driving. Which what is that? Help me out here. I didn't get a good enough angle on it. It's a Lambo. It's a Lambo.
Yeah, that was what I gathered. It was a Lamborghini.
It's a Lambo. I just checked the scene. He feels like Sherlock in stints. So
that's exact. Yep.
Yeah, like it feels like Sherlock in stints. Like yes, 110%. So yeah, going forward, you have that going on. Then you have so yeah, you have that going on. You have and then he's talking while on the phone. It even mentions something. It mentions like a soldier got hurt in a robotic suit, which you have to think is the Iron Man 2 thing,
right?
And then he.
Oh really?
Yeah, because like it sounds like the Iron Man 2, like when that dude was testing that suit and broke his back.
Oh yeah, no, I thought they were talking about Rhodey.
Could have been talking about Rhodey as well.
That was what I thought.
I don't know. This seems like this takes further back in the past, so that's why I was kind of like,
oh okay,
because his training takes some time.
Right, but just coming off of watching Civil War, I thought they were talking about Rhodey.
Yeah, okay.
But wasn't that wasn't a bullet? Was that a bullet he was looking at in that picture?
I'm trying
to skip through.
Yeah, this is during the first Avengers movie, so yes.
Okay.
Life lesson: don't text and drive, kids, or else you become a sorcerer.
That's how it works.
Yes, it's a bullet in the skin.
Yeah, so
his hands are all fucked up, so that's his
livelihood. You see his hands go into the car, and it's like, shit. Ow.
Yeah, I was wondering why he was, like, looking at diagrams while driving his rear-wheel drive sports car in the rain. I was like...
Fuck, dude, I don't even like driving my rear-wheel drive sports car fucking in broad daylight sometimes. Fucking tap the foot pedal too hard. Fuck.
Lord.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah, I've got 305 wide tires on my Challenger, and in heavy rain, dude, it just really hooks the road. It's
yeah, well, yeah, you need that up there.
Yeah, dude.
Down here, I can get away with shit.
That's fair.
He only helps people that will increase his rep. Yeah, so you get to see him he undergo surgeries and physical therapy, and he's a fucking asshole.
And then it says, also, what road is that curvy? There are roads that are curvy, but the question is, where does this take place? Is this in New York?
Oh, dude, that road, like there are like roads up in Tahoe that easily get that nuts.
Oh, there are. I'm just like in this area.
There's a highway in Oregon, Highway 6, that's really windy like that. Really fun to ride a motorcycle on in the summer. And
Thomas, does upstate New York get that level of curvy road? Let us know.
Yes. Let's see. I don't know.
All right.
I would imagine they might have some stuff up there. Like
sure.
That,
away from Manhattan and all that.
On the Hudson River, there's a narrow pass that is that curvy. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
So he has a blow up with his friend, possible love interest, etc.
Yep.
And he goes to talk to the dude who got healed, who tells him of, Kamatage and all that stuff. Goes to Tibet. It's Tibet, right?
Well, not in this movie, but yes, canonically Tibet.
No, right. Okay, so it's Nepal in this movie.
Right.
But canonically it's Tibet. So, I was right.
Yes.
Just not in the right medium.
You were correct. You're just not correct in China.
I'm not correct in the medium of Doctor Strange. It's nipples, says.
To be fair, I didn't know where the hell it was.
Okay.
So if you had said Tibet, I would have been like, yeah, right on.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Random place in China.
Right. Well, because like one of the gateways at least in this movie, I don't know if it's in the comics, but one of it's in Hong Kong, right? So.
Yeah. So. So yeah. Anyway. So he's roaming around. He gets mugged, but then he gets rescued, and dude's like, "You seek Kamatage, da 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 da. Follow me." And then he goes there and he meets, his expectations are a little blown, by who's who.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah. Proceeds to go and it's like, what was this parlor trick bullshit? Like fucking acupuncture, etc., etc. But then punches him and shows him, here's your astral body. Isn't this neat?
This is the part where, like, I think if you're on shrooms, this would, like, turn your trip real bad.
Yes, I could definitely see that.
I would panic.
Oh, where she's, like, throwing him through everything?
No.
It's terrifying.
No, not that part. The part where it's just like, here's your astral form.
That's fine. But I'm talking about, like,
his
the part where he starts
body's,
getting
like,
thrown.
out of his
Yeah.
physical body.
Also, Tilda Swinton. Being Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, she does a great job. She's absolutely killer job. So yeah, she does a killer job. Then you get the scene where it's like fucking flying through space and all this other shit. Not gonna lie, the movie Strange pulled on Thanos, where he split himself 1,000 copies of him, was dope. If you're smoking,
Strange does. Yep.
so it just breaks as well. If you're smoking weed and watching this movie, it's on you.
I'm taking a weed break right now, but the moment I jump back on, this is the movie I'm throwing up.
I know.
I have actually never used any recreational or psychotropic drug. I don't know what the hell the term is. I've never used any drugs, but I would imagine that if someone was having some sort of hallucinogenic fit or whatever, this would not be the best.
I did mushrooms once and hated it. So
Yeah.
I imagine that I would not enjoy this movie on mushrooms. So there you go.
No, don't. Nope. Not on stream. All right. Yes.
Oh man, you're missing out. A lot of MCU movies are built for them. This is the inception of the MCU.
This movie?
Yeah, so you get to see all the crazy fucking, world of 1,000 hands, fucking. You'd see his hand grow other hands, grow other hands.
Ooh, fractal hands.
Oh, fucking that nightmare. You see him go into his own eyeball. Fucking just.
That's a good sequence.
Yeah.
You get to see the like beginning of the universe, like, and then they throw him out, and then they're like, "He's been there 2 days now,"
God damn.
So yeah, they let him in. He goes through training, and it seems and then Wong, which I love Wong on this movie.
Wong's great.
Yeah.
When he listens to the fucking Beyonce song on the CD player.
No, it's like Wong. So like Adele, well, she's a huge star. It's like later in the movie, it's just like okay, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like, how could you not know her? And then later, cut to listening to it. I like he doesn't just accept he has to work to get healed, which is against the grain of his character. Right? No, absolutely. Yep. But even then, like his route to healing is probably way faster than everyone else's there.
Well, and that's the thing. But that's the thing, though, is that later in the movie he says that, like, the Ancient One asked, "How did you do it?" And he said, "Years of studying and work." Like he has done it, but he took it for granted.
I take it for granted, and also like remember, also in the movie he says, "Yeah, that's how I got my 2 degrees at the same time." As like
he also has the photographic memory and all that, which then combined with the hard work, like helps him become Doctor Strange.
Right.
I mean, hard work, like crazy, like endless drive to just read, even including reading in their sleep.
I used to have that drive, man. I used to have that level of drive, and fuck all do I miss it sometimes. But just the world just beat it out of me.
Happens to all of us one day or another. You let it.
And I need to get back. This movie has great comedy. They balance it pretty with a serious manner. But yeah, they do. I agree with that. But yeah, and then you get the bad guy talking to Dormammu, getting the Dormammu influence, so on and so forth.
Yep.
More training and whatnot with them, Dark Dimension stuff.
I like I like during his training when they just throw him on Mount Everest and she's basically just like,
figure it out, bud.
Yep.
She's like, you got 30 minutes before blah blah blah, but you might go numb even sooner.
Right.
Have fun. I was like, I can't do this. My hands. Brings over dude missing whole right hand.
Yeah. That was a good part.
Yeah. But yeah, then he gets the combat training. We get, and then he's like, because he was fucking around with a book he shouldn't have been, he gets the training on, what is the stuff we're doing, what is all this, etc., etc. Then, the Sanctum gets attacked, which, this movie just goes at such a pace that just feels good, man.
Yeah.
Like, it just fucking feels great. So...
Even all the training stuff feels, like, necessary.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Going forward, we get the first attack on the Sanctum, and Doctor Strange poorly and awkwardly stops them.
Yeah.
You get to see that, like, oh, okay, he is going to be a hero, but he is definitely not ready yet in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Continuing on that train, he flings one guy into the desert and seals the portal. He's about to die, but then the cape saves him. Cape buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cape's one of the best parts. It's one of the best parts.
We called it something, isn't it called like the cloak of something?
It is the cloak of something. All the items have names like that.
Yeah. I don't even remember the thing he wears around his neck, and I just watched.
That's the Eye of Agamotto.
That's right.
Yeah. I just love how during the fight.
An Infinity Stone.
Well, the Eye of Agamotto hides the Infinity Stone and protects it.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, right. All right.
Right.
Where are we at here? Cloak of Levitation.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes. Thank you.
Very obvious name.
End of them says, I'm just going to say if you don't know him before watching the movie, you should do some research because though Marvel does great development, the pacing for unfamiliar people is pretty quick. That maybe. I didn't know much about Strange.
I knew about Doctor Strange because I played a shit ton of Marvel vs. Capcom, and I liked the character.
I was just about to say the exact same thing, Bronson.
I had seen him.
Because I liked him in Marvel vs. Capcom, I bothered to read his comics.
Sure.
So
he's so great to play as in those games, man. He's just...
So what my first exposure to him is I went to a press event where, it was play a pro and see if you could win a fight stick. And, that dude was, at 20 wins straight. No one had taken a character off him yet. And his Doctor Strange was incredible. I didn't win, but I took off a character.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Yeah, I took off a character, and then he got real serious real quick. Like, it was like playing a different person. Like, you can tell he'd been sandbagging on people till now. I come in, I'm just like, alright, boom, dropped a guy, I'm ready. And then just, oh no. Boom! Just
Right.
whoops me. Alright, so, I just saw Benedict at Comic-Con and got an autograph. He's super nice.
Nice.
That's good to hear, because I've heard so many bad encounters from different celebrities.
Yep. Yep. Never know.
Benedict's confirmed a nice guy. That's good.
We got one confirmed account. So good.
Like, I hear fucking William Shatner's a giant dick.
Yeah, Thomas's mind just blew up.
I've heard from unconfirmed sources that Pedro Pascal is a total cock.
Wow. Bummer.
And apparently his actual time like at the set for shooting Mandalorian isn't that much time, but I still really like this.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, I love that show.
It's pretty great. But
Him being a dick doesn't change my fact that he did a good job.
yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
All right.
Captures the bad guy. They have their little dialogue talk.
Yeah, I like this talk.
He gets stabbed. He sling rings the one place he'd be okay. I like how he has that astral projection fight, and like he gets resuscitated. He's just like no, just hit him with a shit ton of electricity. Just do it. Just do it. Just
Yep.
yeah. So he has that fight. He goes back. And he questions even more of the lessons, and it's just like, bro, what are we doing? What's this? This guy told me all this stuff, etc., etc. Then they have their big mirror dimension fight, right? Which was once again visually like the scene where the road starts going away freaks me the fuck out every time I watch it. Like every time I watch it, And then we have our Equality Stan Lee cameo, which I'm not sure if you ever looked at it, but he is reading a particularly funny book for it. I'll snag it in a second here. But yeah, like the whole fucking world starts rotating. Yeah, the doors of perception.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, so they're running up skyscrapers and shit and fucking like dude, it's just
When it goes to like 3 or 4 different sides of New York City going and expanding out, and it's like,
and then it's like New York City folding in on itself, and it's just like, oh.
There are some shots in here where you look at like this is exactly how they drew up in concept art on like storyboards, and they're like, well, it's probably not going to look this cool, but like maybe we do something like this, and then they totally do with this movie. It's like, fuck.
Wow. Yeah, like that. There are scenes even when like a sober and active, like my eyes are just like bothered by all the
so much shit.
It's like well, not as much shit, but like so much that my brain is trying to process.
Yep.
That it's just like yeah, because it's just so much moving up and down and in and out and.
Thomas says, let's not forget about Mads. So unfortunate that they didn't write his character better. His character was so interesting, and they basically have him say some of those basic bitch bad buddy business. End of them says the script must have been a nightmare. The writer must have been doing shrooms. I feel like that's a requirement if you're writing Strange.
Yeah, you have to be on some level of psychedelics to do Doctor Strange, probably.
Some experience.
I've seen Mads Mikkelsen in quite a few movies, and every movie I can't help but feel like he's the exact same character. He has a few lines. He's only in it really briefly. He just speaks very gruffly. He's
he's very good at it.
Kind of samey, but
that's the thing. I love him for it.
So yeah, the fight scene goes on. The bridge gets separated, but then the Ancient One comes in and saves them. But then her herself falls through a skyscraper and glass and gets brought to the ER and dies, and is like, well, I've gotten to see my own death a million times. You're going to be the Sorcerer Supreme. You need to protect everything. Here you go.
But I just want to point out the craziest thing. This is a visually stunning movie, the most visually stunning movie I've ever seen in my life. And like the most shocking visual is just watching the Ancient One just straight fall through glass and hit the ground like nothing. Nothing saves. There's no like visual effects tricks happening behind. It's just there's Tilda Swinton falling dead.
This is what it would look like if a person fell off a skyscraper through a window. There you go.
Wow. Wow. After all of that.
Not even CGI can save her.
I know. Our CGI powers. They appear there on the sidewalk. Like, okay.
Lord. So they have that really deep talk about her death. I really enjoyed it. You know, Strange has her talk with, what's-her-face, and then back in China, which, let me tell you, watching this China scene in 4K HDR, man, if you want a showpiece for fucking high dynamic range lighting, go watch any area that's has neon lights in it like this. Oh my god, just a TV justified in this one scene.
Man.
Like, it just shows...
I didn't watch this. I watched this on my desktop. I gotta... Once this podcast is over, I'm gonna fucking...
Oh, dude, yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Dude, I watch all these movies on my giant-ass television. I try and recreate the theater at home as best I can.
Sure.
Stephanie and I watched Civil War while eating In-N-Out.
There you go.
Dope.
Dude, I haven't had In-N-Out since April.
You know what?
I went down to
Come to Nevada. We have two. We'll have we'll hang out. It'll be a good time. Yeah.
Dude, I have been jonesing for a little summer road trip.
That's not a little road trip. That's a 16-hour road trip, but
Dude,
like 14.
Listen, man, I've driven to Vegas before in one day and then drove home the next day.
What the fuck? It's like a 24-hour drive, you psychopath.
It had to be done.
Let's
Cruise
see.
control makes it possible. I'll put it up there.
Cruise control. Put on a podcast.
Cruise control. Listen to our podcast, which you can get on Spotify and iTunes.
Aha.
Please give us positive reviews on iTunes and Spotify. It helps us so much.
It
Love
does.
God.
Yeah, no, I have a TV that can do HDR. I just haven't been doing it because I've been trying to do other things while watching these movies.
You West Coast people. No, your East Coast people just are lame. Oh, I take a 2-hour train. If it's more than a 2-hour train ride, I don't want to bother. Fucking out here on the West Coast, like, LA's pretty close. 8 hours. No biggie.
Yeah, it's enough time to
That's not a
drive
long
and then
drive. It's
get
really
some
not.
stuff done at night.
Yeah, no, dude, fucking yeah. Like we did see, dude. Okay, no, we did the full trip up to Seattle. All right, and then got out, took a 2-hour nap, and then went to go party all night. And then
Thomas is talking about In-N-Out.
no, you lost your mind for In-N-Out. Oh, okay. In-N-Out's
I like
good.
their burgers.
Yeah, they're
I like their
good.
burgers and their shake. It's hard to mess up a shake, I find.
I really like their
I
shake. They do have a good shake.
But their fries, whatever.
Their fries are very meh, but their burger is really good. I agree that it's overhyped. But like I still think they're good. They're one of the better fast food burgers. Back on topic. Holy shit.
One more time. End of them says, if you don't know Tilda from Narnia, get out of here. If you don't know Tilda from fucking Constantine.
Yeah, both of those good picks.
Yeah.
So they go to they're like, okay, we gotta stop Dormammu, Wong, Strange, and the other gentleman, and they have this. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
They have this big fight scene against Caecilius and his dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like at first they're kicking ass, but then Strange is like, all right, hey man, we got our best weapon, like we got to use it. Like we got we can't let them win. Like, and they uses the Infinity Stone and the Time Ring. And Strange goes into the dark dimension to fight.
Real quick, I just want to say he uses the thing and he reverses back and Wong's like alive again and doing well. He's like, breaking the laws of nature, I know. He's like, well, don't stop now.
Yeah, that's a good line. That line made me laugh pretty good.
It was good. It was real good. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. So he goes to the Dark Dimension, and this is my favorite way any Marvel hero has beaten a bad guy.
This is really good.
It's so clever. Like, because normally it's like Iron Man lasers the dude, or punches the dude, or Cap drops the dude out of an airplane, or whatever it is. He literally
into an airplane propeller.
yeah, you know, Cap beats up a disabled man. Like,
Yeah.
like, but no, it's like he literally outsmarts this intergalactic being. You know, Dormammu, I have come to bargain.
Yeah.
Dormammu, it's like, yeah, well, pain is an old friend. Yeah, and
That's a good line.
Yeah, and just over and over, and like he makes Dormammu go the fuck away and take his homies with him. And this is also visually stunning. Once again, another real good case for 4K HDR. Like, just, you know, there are not many movies, even in the MCU, where I'm like, this may be worth investing in like the full 4K stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Dude, that contraption that Strange put him in scared the crap out of me.
Yes. That's
yes.
a fucked contraption.
Definitely. But
Apparently
yeah,
aroused Thomas briefly.
yes.
I like how Doctor Strange basically tells Dormammu he's made him his prisoner.
Yeah.
And it seems to be like the thing that makes him break.
Yeah, just like, no, you know, and then, you know, you come back to time frozen, and then time, you know, those dudes get sucked into the mirror dimension, which that fate does. Watching them change was, yeah, watching them change into the dark beam was like kind of fucking horrifying onto its own.
Yes.
And then, yeah, and then, you know, we.
You know, you should have stolen the book because the warnings come after the spells.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, and then we get him putting on his watch and, you know, like accepting the mantle of like Sorcerer Supreme and having to do that, and it pans out to the fucking sanctum, and you know, then we get our post credits, which is the lead in to Ragnarok, which will be several movies down the road, and then we get our other post credits, which sets up Doctor Strange 2.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. We haven't seen anything with Mordo and they took the power away from that guy. We haven't really seen anything with that come back yet, have we?
Well, Doctor Strange 2, Wanda is in it. Like,
right.
And Doctor Strange 2 also, while we're at it, is directed by Sam Raimi, so of course it's going to be even better.
Sweet.
Like,
awesome.
Everything I've heard about the Doctor Strange movie makes me like think it's most primed to be top spot of this list because it could just be insane.
I think it also appeals to our sensibilities of all really liking Sam Raimi and Doctor Strange and all this other stuff. That said, this scene where this dude steals magic in the post credits is entirely fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Mordo will be a part
really
of it.
Mean, like he made that guy crippled again. And...
Yeah, like wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
like,
how fucked are
like,
you?
What did that guy do?
But then Doctor Strange will return, as they have all been doing. So, gentlemen, for me, it's a 5. It's a 5 easy.
It's a 5. I think it's a 5.
That's a great flick. Like, holy shit.
I do like this movie a lot. I'd say it's maybe a 4 for me. I've thrown out a lot of 5s.
Sure.
It's probably a 4.
I haven't given out many 5s, so like this is a weird week for me. Civil War almost wasn't a 5, but that end battle really put me over the top. So for me it's a 5. I fucking love this movie.
Thomas has some thoughts he's ready to share. I'm very interested.
All right, Thomas, lay him down. Lay him down, son.
Benny and Tilda kill it. Yep. End of them says timelines go off course. Marvel says so. Doctor Strange comes in. Lol.
Hey, it works.
Oh, what?
So
hey,
they unbroke our Streamlabs.
Did you mess with anything?
So you think? No, I have literally changed nothing. So you think Spider-Man trailer is coming soon? I think it'll be out by the end of summer.
Okay.
They have to start advertising it like they typically do a trailer, that kind of trailer 6 months prior, which is where we're at. Where we just got the Eternals trailer this week, and it comes out in November.
Yeah.
So I'm
I hate that
saying
it's that long, but yes.
I'm saying June or July is when we'll see a Spider-Man trailer. Also, that said, bro, you drink ice, me too. I'm drinking the blackberry one right now.
Yeah, look, I'm got tired of drinking water, and so I'm drinking. I like the lemonade waters. It's good.
Lemon's
it's
a
good
great
stuff.
flavor in general.
I try, yeah. I drink water in this most podcasts. I got dinner tonight when we were waiting, so I'm having a Coke right now.
Cool. Yeah, no, it's coffee in the morning, and then water in the early afternoon, then a smoothie, and then lemonade ice.
Espresso in the morning, water throughout the day. If I'm feeling really fancy, I'll have a like sugar-free Gatorade. But when I order out or grab food, I will traditionally have a Coke. As is.
Sure.
I'm just addicted to this goddamn chocolate milk.
Oh God, Derek Gold chocolate milk.
Oh,
really
dude,
good.
chocolate milk is a drink I will. I actually have the syrup
Old-fashioned.
and milk in the fridge to do it.
Nice.
I've had a couple of this month. But anyway, so yeah, well-timed comedy. His emotions wouldn't let him every step of the way. His next move doesn't work and fails him. It slowly breaks him down more and more every time. Mads is also incredible, but his character doesn't really say much. But at the end of the day, great flick. I imagine that's something to say. By the way,
boilerplate origin story.
it's very yes, it is very much like Captain America, like Thor, like the first Avenger, etc., etc., etc. So, as for where I would rank it on this list, for my personal taste, I would put it above Civil War, but knowing this group, I'd probably put it below the spot below Civil War. So, like, between Captain America and Civil War.
That is actually where I want to put it.
Above the first Avenger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's below the first Avenger.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thomas was going to rank it at 3. Having watched it so much, it gets a 4. And then the graphics were sick, but at the time, so was the first Avenger.
Also,
First Avenger had shit, but
yeah, the first Avenger, like, in the first Avenger ages pretty well.
yeah.
And I think that movie the first Avenger still looks pretty good. They nail that 1940s World War II movie look.
Really
Yeah.
good.
They do a real good job with it. It helps that it was directed by the guy who did The Rocketeer. For those of you who
Oh,
don't know.
wow. The Rocketeer. That makes sense all of a sudden. Wow.
Yep. For those of you who are curious. Yeah, no, okay, let's see. So much I want to say here, Joe. I have a lot to say, and I'm very upset I can't be on the podcast. Sorry your shit broke, buddy. It's a bummer. It's sad boy hours.
As much as I love the actors and their performance, let's hear this other drop. There's a bunch still wrong. Or really? If I had one thing I just want to say while we're trying to rank these is that if I have developed any sort of bias, it's among the origin stories. I think my favorite might actually be Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was really... I mean, it shows in our ranking. Ant-Man was really good.
It was really good. It was just different from all the other ones. I loved the ragtag group of dudes that Paul Rudd and Pena and those guys, T.I., like that group was hilarious, and how they bounced off the straight characters, and it's just different from your usual
Without a doubt. And it's also undoubtedly and arguably the most comedic origin story. So
Yep. Let's see. It seems so soft, just ordinary. Only the performances really stick out above Civil War and below Guardians of Galaxy. It hurts me to put it there, but I'm being objective. You're being objective. Okay.
I would say, I mean, like I said, for my personal taste, I'd put it above Civil War. I think right below Civil War is the perfect spot for it. I think out of all the origin stories, it's the best one. That
that's the thing. Emily says I'd put it between Cap and Civil War. End of them says Ant-Man was funny, especially the guy who talks a lot. Yes, Pina. He got out of prison, was smiling, saying, "My girlfriend broke up with me. My mom died, but I got the van."
But I got the van.
Friendly reminder to you guys: if you think Michael Pena is funny in Ant-Man, you gotta watch the movie Chips. It stars him and Dax Shepard.
Okay.
You'll be laughing the entire time, like painfully.
But I got the van.
I'm gonna look at that later. After I finished watching it and finished our stream, I went back and just went to the part where she goes, "Yeah, he's in the system. I'm in the system."
What was it? I for some reason, the funniest thing that sticks out in that movie in my mind is the one where it's towards the end of the movie, where it's just like he walks in on the maid. I was just like, Hope, look at her, just like walks down. You're full of crap, Scott. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Thomas says if it's best origin story, then it should be above Guardians of the Galaxy because that's an origin story.
I mean, okay, yes. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Correction. Second best origin story.
And Thomas, any individual who claims to be saying the objective point of view, I immediately distrust. That's not how it works. We've had this conversation in regards to game reviews.
Thomas is the objective truth here. We all know it. Thomas doesn't feed you. Thomas doesn't feed you fake news.
Given that Captain America: The First Avenger is a story with a lot of heart, strong villain, tremendous spirit.
Yeah, that's.
I couldn't possibly put Doctor Strange above it.
That's one place where Captain America definitely wins over Doctor Strange. Is Doctor Strange's villain is once again another giant robot, Jeff Bridges, which is just like kind of boring.
Or Mads Mikkelsen talking for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I like that.
If I have an actor bias, I guess Mads Mikkelsen's one. It's just,
I haven't seen any like starring roles of him. Like I said, I've just seen these really bit roles where he's just there and he talks for a minute and that's it. I don't really get to know him.
Did you play Death Stranding? That man's whole role is showing up, not saying anything, and then doing his finger motions to make the skull soldiers move, and it's great.
I didn't get too deep in that.
I didn't get super far.
I do not blame you. I do not blame you.
I liked it. I liked every minute I played of it. I
played a bit of it. I felt no need to finish
That's right,
it.
Casino Royale. He's the bad guy in Casino Royale. I forgot.
Oh yeah, that is true. I do like him in that.
Thomas is saying he wants it number one. It's number one in my heart. End of them. Guardians of the Galaxy will always have a place in my heart, but Doctor Strange is pretty close. Heard that Guardians of the Galaxy game was in the works.
I mean, a Guardians of the Galaxy game already exists. It's a Telltale game.
Yep.
Right.
It was all right.
It was very okay.
It was very okay. It was not as good as the Batman one, for sure.
Sure. All right, you guys. Thomas says third, above Civil War.
I say fourth.
It's the fact that it's, for me, it is a solo movie. Mm-hmm. Like, again, my bias is towards the teams.
Aaron likes teamwork.
I like my teams coming together.
He believes it makes the dream work.
Yes. End of them says, I mean, as an open world game. Jesus, that'd
be cool. I'd be into it.
Yeah. Thomas, teamwork makes the dream work. Yes. So, yeah. And so it comes down to, like, I don't think it goes above Civil War for that reason. And going above First Avenger, I just... Again, we're getting into nitpicky, like, trying to find something to separate these two. And, like, I like this about Captain America, but it makes Doctor Strange more interesting, is that Captain America is, like, his thing is he is just a good person. He has a good heart, and that is a solid rock throughout that movie. And that's, like, you could argue is his real big superpower.
And arguably a flaw of his.
Arguably, but like
Steve Rogers
that.
has no flaws other than the green in his eyes, which
Yeah, right. That's right.
That fucking line in Civil War. It's nice to see you have some green in your eyes.
You might say that. You might say that if Captain America didn't have that aspect of him, that would lend more credence to Iron Man and the Accords. His only flaw is that he cared too much.
This conversation could probably get pretty far stretched out. At the very least, we can't put it above Civil War for, I feel, obvious reasons.
Yeah, I think so. But the reason I would put Doctor Strange over First Avenger is that, like, among the other qualities of Doctor Strange is that it is watching this complete asshole get just broken down physically and mentally. And then, like, the real quality of him being his, like, you know, photographic memory and his ambition to learn and work his way back to where he was to eventually arrive at Sorcerer Supreme by the end of the movie.
He's actually not considered Sorcerer Supreme yet. Like, he has the title, but he doesn't have, like, the power.
He still has much to learn and all that.
Yeah. Like, the movies, they have said they don't consider him at that level yet.
He still also has a lot of making up to do to Rachel McAdams for being such a piece of shit to her in the beginning of that movie.
He does. He's got a lot of work to do there.
I'm sure he could do that with his infinite cosmic power.
Yeah.
Let's see. The story of the first Avenger was that he was staying up when people didn't believe in him, but Doctor Strange was about men who did the opposite in some way. Let's see. Was he not the perfect asshole?
God damn, he's so good.
Yeah, like, he did a great job of it. Okay, so is anyone willing to? So Thomas, you said you'd put it where?
I think we're leaving this to Robert here. Regarding the between Doctor Strange and First Avenger, because I think it goes up just above First Avenger.
I think it's just slightly better, and I love that First Avenger movie, man. That's a movie I can watch whenever I'm in the fucking hospital, whenever I'm fucking, like, not feeling great, like, I'm, like, it is a good time. You know.
What do you think?
But I just prefer I prefer Doctor Strange. I think it's a more visually interesting movie. I think the character is just as interesting, but in a way that's a lot more thought provoking. Like, you know, like I've always said this about Captain America. I admire him, and people should strive to be like him, but he's also fucking boring.
Boring. Wow.
I'm not going to say boring. I'm going to say that Doctor Strange's journey is more entertaining because he has a journey.
Right. Versus, you know, like, Cap is the same person, essentially.
It's more like Captain America. It's more the thrill of finally giving someone with a good heart and mind power to create positive influence, which we rarely see these days.
Or even back then, arguably.
They're both fantastic movies. I think that they rank pretty close. So if one's above the other, it's not by much.
This is partially why I kind of wanted to, instead of ranking these by numbered, I kind of wanted to do a tier list because I feel like Strange and First Avenger would be in the same tier.
I like tier lists as well.
Yeah, but this is more discussion.
That's fair. That's fair.
Aaron, we'll just bring our own tier list to whenever we do that episode.
Well, we'll bring our own tier list of blackjack and hookers.
What we can do is, for our final episode of this big stretch, we'll do like a ranking or a tier list. We'll take this and then we'll find the dividers in the list. Where does it split? I think that'd be fun. And says we can move Doctor Strange up for the movie list, but Captain America was the binding hero that helped me connect with my dad, and he just stands up for those who can't. I love him, but no hate towards Strange or Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's completely fair and valid, like totally.
Captain America is perfect in every way.
I love Captain
That's just the honest feeling I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like, and then we have to talk about how like they both have their visually interesting things, but Doctor Strange felt like this feat in filmmaking also.
Yes, I've never been that fucking visually impressed by a movie, man. Like, that is some wow ass shit.
Have you not seen Blade Runner 2049?
I have not yet.
Yes, I have.
Oh, well then okay, I was gonna say maybe.
That is on my
fun.
HBO lists.
That is a fun movie. Looks great.
Oh my god, man, I love that movie.
Yeah.
The original is great too. I don't know if you've
Yes.
seen it, Aaron.
Long time
Terrific
ago.
movie. Yeah, it's pretty old. But,
Yeah.
I love the Blade Runner movies.
Also, he married Haley Atwell, so I'd say he wins. Lol, Strange deserves it, though. Oh, Chris Evans married Haley Atwell? I don't know.
Haley Atwell. Oh, I think Haley Atwell is that the actress who plays Peggy? But they don't even get married. I don't.
Oh, they're talking about the characters.
But they don't get married. Hey, like,
They eventually do, right?
Haley and Steve don't get married.
No, they don't get married. Or the characters eventually get married, right? Because Cap goes back in time, and then they have to live their life
he's
together.
okay. Yes, when Cap finally gets to live the life he feels he's earned. Yes, okay.
And then when you said Haley Atwell, I thought you were talking about the actors. So like, I thought you said Chris Evans and Haley Atwell married. It's like they got married.
Oh
No,
yeah.
No, that's not what happened. All right.
I don't think she's quite in Chris Evans' league.
Yep.
At
Yeah.
all.
Chris Evans is a handsome man.
Dude, he's a good-looking motherfucker.
That
You're
man,
right.
like, dear lord. All right, so
I think this goes just above First Avenger.
all right,
below
Doctor
Thor.
Strange.
I'll
Just
concede to that. I'll concede.
All right,
I've had to make concessions too.
just every time I stare at Age of Ultron, I'm just like, that could be like 3 spots lower.
Dude, it's not the worst movie.
All right, hold on, let's see.
The
Endgame.
party
Let's see.
scene is great.
Endgame. Sure, he goes back for his first love. He put a banana in his ass and not another teen movie.
Of course.
It broke me when he went back to get particles and couldn't talk to Peggy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I changed my mind. Third place.
Oh my God,
No, we have to settle here. All right, so
Dude, he's so dude. Steve is so tortured in Civil War though. Think about it, because he buries Peggy. The Avengers is broken up. He's pretty much lost his brotherhood with Tony, and his best friend is a fucking mass murderer who's being framed for more murder. I mean, he's truly punished in this Civil War movie.
Punish Captain America.
all right, so we got our ranking here.
All
we
right.
have all right, so we have from worst to first. Our ranking at the beginning of Phase 3 is Hulk, Thor Dark World, Thor, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 1, The Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America The Winter Soldier, Iron Man 3, Ant-Man, Captain America The First Avenger, Doctor Strange, Captain America Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy, and The Avengers 2012.
Yeah. All right.
So those are some good ass movies. So yeah. That would be it.
Thomas says Benedict Cumberbatch is the best actor in the MCU, period. It's him and Robert Downey, right?
It's like him or RDJ, yeah. Like the one that's
What's next week, Bronson?
next week is would be Guardians of the Galaxy 2, followed by followed by Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Okay.
So, yep, we got one movie that I absolutely adore, and one movie that I think is very, very meh.
Still about 100 times better than Far From Home.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yes.
I'm ready to hear these Spider-Man opinions. I'm excited.
So yeah. Anyway, we as for the rest of the week, tomorrow at around the same time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are continuing our Let's Play of Halo Reach. Then after Halo Reach, on Thursday we're supposed to have a Monster Hunter community night, but I'm not really sure. I haven't heard anyone get too amped about it yet, so we'll see.
Yeah.
If not, might have the week off. I might stream some WoW. We'll see.
Sure.
And then on Sunday morning, we have our podcast, Super Gamecast 2, which you can listen to every single week. Also, hey guys, give us a follow if you're not doing it yet. Please. We could, it helps. Also, we have a link down below to YouTube you can sub to, catch all the previous ones of these, along with a bunch of other content that goes up there exclusively, and helping us get our traction on via the medias. Mm-hmm. So, yes, please follow Night Ogre. Thank you!
Hell yeah.
Them. You are a beautiful soul. You're a beautiful, beautiful soul. So, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We love you guys.
Yep.
Thank you for following. Follow us on all the social medias. Links are in the About section of the Twitch here. And also, if you want to talk with us anytime, comics, movies, video games, we got that Discord. Hop on in. Absolutely love you. And
we're there every day.
We'll be back tomorrow, except Derek will be back next Tuesday. And hopefully Thomas. Love you guys. Love you, man. Thank you.
See you guys.
Adios.
We love you, Brooklyn!